We are Gucci. We are Gucci. Oh, I'm missing something. Let's put that up. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Appreciate all of you guys for being here. I gave up on all of them. Yeah. I understand your sentiments. I really do. It's part of my job not to quite do that, even though I feel like I should sometimes. Even if I feel like I should sometimes. So welcome in, everyone. Tap up the screen. The goal of today's live is to try to have some conversations with Trump supporters to see if we can find common ground. As I always say, I'm of the firm belief that we have far more in common than what separates us. You may call it ignorant, and I'd understand why. But I have to believe that, right? I don't think it serves us not to believe that. I think even with a demographic that chooses to, in some cases, turn off their humanity or choose ignorance, that doesn't change the fact that we still have things in common with them. It just may not be with politics. But regardless of that, the goal of this live, as it always has been, is to speak to people who think vastly different from me and to find that common ground. Because without these conversations, without us being able to reach across the aisle, we don't really have much. We have two parties in our system. We have to work together to do common good for the average American. So I want to see if we can have those discussions with people on the other side today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys, thems, and MAGA, welcome in. Welcome in. If you are a Trump supporter and you are under the belief that we have, or we should have, more in common that separates us, this is your opportunity to have that discussion with a Libby. With a little lib. So, Trump supporters. Oh, thank you, tubers. Welcome in, tubers. Make sure you like the stream on your way in here. Make sure you like the stream and do all the good things. We're going to reveal a little bit later another goal of this live. Let me reset these to the little heart things. There we go. Knock out these little heart things, these little 1-cent coins to get us boosted out in the FYP. We're going to try to have some respectful conversation with Trump supporters. We're going to see if we can find some common ground. And if you are a Trump supporter, you may request up in the box. You are the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on the screen. Let me put it over here as well. And that is going to be 737-295-5321. That's 737-295-5321. I will also add, let me make sure I find it, another goal that we're doing today. It's going to be my last little good deed of the year in light of the Christmas holidays. There's a couple people that I did see that we need help. Those of you who are in the Discord or you may be unaware, we have a Helping Hector section. And I got the idea a couple months ago to start a fundraiser for members of my community who are in need. We started the Helping Hector section. Whether you are a member of my community or not, it is a channel that's available for anyone who's in need to ask for help. We do have a fund dedicated for that. And the goal of this live today, as I was going through the Helping Hector section, I saw a few people within the last week make posts about needing help. So this is going to be a fundraiser live. While we're going to be talking to Trump supporters, the goal also is to raise as much as possible so that we can go through individuals' needs and see what we can clear out before the holidays. So that is what you may do. Anyone who would like to support that, you may hit up the links in the bio. The links in the bio, Hector Talks with 2 R's on the Cash App and Venmo, or PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. And all of that will be going towards the individuals who are needing help. I will be clearing what we can from the Helping Hector section, and anyone who would like to support that, you may do so. But we're also going to be talking to Trump supporters as well, so don't forget that part. What's up, E?
Hello. Hi.
W to the Erica Raiders.
Where are your people? Where are the Trump supporters at?
We're going to find them. We're going to give them a
Oh,
moment.
fudge sickles. I can't hear.
You can't hear us? Joining us at least for a little bit will be Erica Shante. We just ended a great episode, a long episode of the Fun and Fact Show. Y'all got some extra today, so you really should, compensate us for that. But it's fine. Got an extra long show today. Had a lot of good fun. We're gonna have some interesting clips to edit later. Very interesting clips to edit later. So Those of you who missed the show, you may also check it out over on the Tube. If you go to hers, Everything with Erica, all of those episodes are live on there. W. Erica Raiders, I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. But yeah, I don't know where the Trump supporters stand currently in regards to what's taking place with this administration. I don't think they necessarily have anything positive. There's the arguments being made in regards to. Shoot, you were just talking about it the other day.
What?
Not inflation. What is it?
Oh, the GDP?
Yeah, the GDP.
Or
Yeah.
oh, the lies they tell. Do you know? It's basically like the wealthy who are pushing this forward. They're for some reason spending more money, and I wanted to talk about that on the Fun and Fact show, but some of mine. All right, trying to tell you today was chaotic. But with that being said, is that basically the amount of money that the wealthy have spent is pretty much on par with everyone else. Like where everyone else has spent like I think $22 trillion, they spent like 20 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all been driven basically by the market volatility. Volatility? Is pretty much on par with everyone else.
Oh, yeah, I would say that's
echo.
correct. I fixed it over here.
Oh, okay.
And all
Well,
that
yeah.
fertility, which we saw with Trump's tariffs and how he weaponized that to benefit him and his rich friends and bragged about it even in the White House. That's what that's about. And again, these millionaires represent a small portion of the country. The billionaires even much smaller. I think we should do what's best for the average person who's being stumped under their toe.
That part.
While I do have some issues with the it's not left versus right, it's rich versus poor argument, it's true. It's just more so I think it's a scapegoat often used to ignore what the right is doing. But ultimately, it is true. When it comes to the poor whites in their trailers, and when it comes to the black people in the ghettos, we are all being screwed under these administrations. We are all being screwed by many of these policies. So I am pro people, pro small and lower and middle class. I'm pro the individuals who everything that happens in the market, in the Congress, in our Supreme Court affects us the most. So,
Ooh. Guess what?
what?
You just gave me an idea with your sticker. I'm going to put grifting for Christmas.
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
need that camera, man. I really need that camera. I know that seems so small in the grand scheme of things. I just really need that camera. I really need the camera to make a few things shake.
Oh, it's coming. It is coming. But with
I'm
that being
hoping
said,
so.
Trump supporters.
gotta-
Trump supporters. This is going to be one of the few days, which I do this every time I host this live. Drop the hashtags. One of the few days where I'm going to really try to have a respectful conversation, no matter what, with you on all of your views. This is, I think, if any day, the one where we should be able to respectfully disagree, but that's not even the goal of this live. The goal is to find what we can agree on. And I think there's a plethora of things we can agree on, whether it's the protection of children, whether it is the betterment of Americans' income, whether it's in regards to enforcing laws that protects the average civilian. I think there are things we can agree on. I think the issue can come about is how we go about those things. But even that, I think all of that requires, and today will demand, respectful discourse. So if you are a Trump supporter who is capable of doing so, you may request up in the box or call the number on the screen. If you're not the person we're looking forward to talking to today. In fact, if anyone comes up on that contention, I'm just going to immediately drop you. I'm not yelling today. I'm not yelling. I'm not arguing.
That's fair.
I'm not doing any of that.
I am.
Cannot make any promises for Erica.
Sure as fuck can't.
But maybe, I mean, I hate to say it, but maybe that's the reason why some of these spaces have been so quiet lately when it comes to Trump supporters. Is it possible that the individuals who can engage in those discourses with people who think differently from them, is it possible that they're ashamed? Is it possible that it's getting to a point to where Trump has done far too much to where any vocal support of him just doesn't really reflect good. I do think that it's getting harder and harder for people to defend him, and I do think that has a lot to do with how quiet they have been. Whereas we're just getting the worst of the worst, right? The trolls, the people who just want to be slurs, the white supremacists. Those are the guys that are always going to stand out versus everyone else. They're conflicted, and that confliction often leads to silence.
Possibly, but yeah, I think it's plausible. It's plausible. And the reason why I would say that it's plausible is because you can't defend the indefensible. Like, I think that, like, a lot of the people that we were talking to, let's say at the beginning of the year, right, those were actual Republicans. They weren't MAGA. Like, we know that, like, the Republican Party is slowly but surely turning into MAGA, in my opinion, Hector. But, like, those true red-blooded Republicans, you know, those Reagan Republicans, those guys, those Bush Republicans, they don't fuck with Trump like that for real. And most of them voted for him because of their wallets. They don't really, like, care. They don't like Trump. You mentioned that earlier.
No.
And so
No.
they would never agree. Like, a real Republican would never agree with just, like, booming boats in the middle of the ocean with no justification. Indiscriminately just unaliving people? No. Like, when Bush Jr. did his war in Iraq, they were mad. They weren't happy with him. A lot of them had criticism about it because they did not understand, and he did not basically tell us why we were going over there. So there's that. I don't know. I think it's plausible. I just don't. How can I put this?
I do think
We're left with the shit people.
Yeah. I do think Republicans understand. Is that an echo? Okay, I think we're good. I do think Republicans understand, like, specifically when it comes to the war in Afghanistan and that whole fuck show. I think real Republicans understood and disliked that action because they knew it would reflect on their wallets. They knew we would be the ones paying for this. They knew it was unnecessary, and it put the country behind. Everyone wants to talk about our deficit, but then no one wants to talk about how warmongering promotes that deficit getting larger and larger and larger. The threats towards Venezuela, what we're still doing in Ukraine, obviously Israel, and the package after package we keep signing, it doesn't help us. It affects us. And then there's those Republicans who will vocally say that and say, I don't support that, but then they won't denounce Trump. Exactly. And at the bare minimum, I guess we can't ask them to do that. You should probably do it on your own. But at the bare minimum, acknowledge the fact that what he ran off of was a lie. At the bare minimum, acknowledge that what you thought you voted for is not what you're getting. That's the part that gets me. The people are still going, I'm getting everything that I voted for.
No, you're not.
Like,
you lie.
Define everything.
You liar. You don't. No, you're not. You ain't got a lot to kick it.
I do think that there are groups of people that are getting everything they voted for.
Rich folks, the wealthy.
Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
Nazis are having a fucking field day right now.
Absolutely. The Nick Fuentes types. Absolutely loving this. People with like 8, 9 zeros behind their name. Absolutely loving this. Like, what do you don't incur any harm for this. Like, white dudes are loving this shit because, like, hey, this isn't about them. If anything, they're being rewarded.
6,000.
So there's that.
We talked about ICE and many of the, what's his name? Is it Enrique Torrio?
Yeah, the dude from the Proud Boys. That's his name.
Dude took it upon himself to push out ads, recruitment ads for ICE.
Stupid.
Like, if that wasn't a, is that you echoing, Erica?
It's me. It's me. It's always me.
You have people like that putting out ICE ads of their own volition. They're not backed. They're not even backed by the administration. Well, they are, but not officially backed by the administration. But they're putting out their ads. They're putting out this information, and the minimum the Trump supporters can do is denounce that. They don't even do that. We have many of the recent reports of background checks and screenings not properly taking place with ICE agents, to where we're having little criminals being recruited and fast tracked into the training. And we're finding about it after the fact. And then, of course, we don't know who these people are because they're masked up. I don't see why that isn't something that we can all agree is a horrible thing. I don't know what the contention is around that. There's too many non-negotiables that Trump supporters want to put up for debate. It's strange to me. There should be things that we can all just condemn. And that's the goal of this live today, to see what those things are. Or better yet, if they even exist. I'm not trying to be one of those people that says every single Trump supporter, every single Republican is deplorable. I think you voted for deplorability, but I think it's a whole nother thing to reach and say you are that thing, because there are people who are unknowledgeable about what their vote did. That doesn't negate the harm, but I truly would like to believe that there's a portion of folks who don't know. And I think we talk to them sometimes when we present information to them, and they'll say, I never heard of that before. I don't see how in the last decade, but so be it. I'll take it. So I don't want to believe that they're all just standing on white supremacy. I don't want to believe that they're all just standing on harm, and in some cases celebrate it. They smile at it, but I don't know. I feel like that line blurs every day.
Really?
It's been blurring.
I think that they all did vote on that shit. Care what nobody say.
Oh, they absolutely voted on it, right? This is no different from what I do when it comes to racism. I'll say I don't think every Trump supporter is a racist, but regardless of that, every single one voted for racism. 6,000%. You can vote for something that you're unaware of, or better yet, you maybe said thing, but then you have to acknowledge it for one. And we talked about this all the time. White people are the least qualified demographic to understand or speak on racism. So obviously you'd be incapable of identifying it in yourself, much less other people.
It's that part, Hector. That friggin' part, friend. Like, how are you as a person, all right, who doesn't know what something is and can't identify it, supposed to tell other people that they don't experience it?
That they don't experience it, that they're not, that you are.
It's not real.
That's the big one. They'll point it back on you. You're the racist. You can't even define it.
What is racism? It's when you hate someone because of the color of their skin. That's not racism. That's not what that is. Racism has such little to do with hate. It actually really doesn't have anything to do with hate. Again.
And I love when I listen to your lives, and you'll always ask the question, what is race? Because they even talk about racism, you have to understand that. And the answer is always the same. Oh, it's when this person looks like this and you don't like. No. Not in the slightest. Guys, make sure you're sending your daily heart means if you haven't already. There should be no reason why you're grayed out in the chat. Make sure that you send. What?
What I do now? I got that, so I'm going to drop.
I got you. Somebody's in the live and they're mad because they're reporting. That's cute. That's cute. Come back up in a second, Erica. Come back up in a second. Somebody got mad and they're reporting. But yeah, in order to understand what something is, to say that you're not, to say that you are, to point the finger at someone else, you have to unpack it. And if you can't identify with races, if you don't know what race is, if you don't know the difference between nationality, ethnicity, race, you can't talk about racism. You can't say that you're not. That's how that works. But instead, it's often a response of guilt. I feel this way. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to be called out on it, so I'm just going to point the finger at someone else. You guys ever been in an argument with a significant other? And it's not even an argument. You're trying to have a conversation with your significant other, and you're trying to tell them about something that's bothering you. And as you're telling them about this thing that bothered you, they respond with, oh, but you did this. And I'm like, one, that's not what we're talking about. Two, how are we supposed to get better if we're always pointing the finger? We can talk about all the ways I'm upsetting you or what I'm doing that you may think is wrong, but it starts with this thing. We're talking about this. It's just a response to that guilt. It's just a response to that negative feeling that in some cases validates that the fact that you know you're wrong. I don't think that's healthy. W's in the chat to Jessica for the $10 donation on Cash App. Mary Mutual Aid fundraiser from Miss Edwards. I got you. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's in the chat for Miss Edwards? W's in the chat to Miss Edwards. Appreciate your support. Guys, once again, in this live, which, fuck it, we may end up just talking to friendlies. I don't care. The main goal of this live that I wanted to do is to see what we can fundraise for people who are in need. Big W's to Miss Edwards for starting that off. So I'm going to go ahead and put that number there. So we have 10 so far. Big W's to you. We are trying to raise as much as possible to where I'm going to go ahead and go through if you're in the Discord, you can see it, the Helping Hectic section, and see what goals we can knock out. I saw a couple individuals from there. Actually, I'll do it right now. I'll just do it right now. So we had one individual that had some recent car issues as actually the reason why they weren't able to go out of town and see family for Christmas, and they were needing some help with that. We have another individual who's having issues with paying their rent. They're a little bit behind and want some aid with that. We have another individual, apparently, let's see, didn't actually describe what that issue was. We have another individual just trying to get funds to get away from an abusive partner. We have another individual who needs help for medication funds, so on, so forth. So that's the purpose of this live. We are raising as much as we can, and we can distribute as much as we can to see if we can help somebody right now for the Christmas holiday. Also, my appeal got approved. So to anyone who's salty in the comments about what's being said, look inward. TikTok doesn't care. Erica, come back up whenever you're ready. But thank you so much, guys, for your support. I truly believe these racist white parents did not teach their children these things? Well, no, you can't teach what you don't know. And for white people specifically, who aren't really the most informed or understanding of different racial dynamics and barriers, yeah, of course your kids are going to come out a certain way when you don't know, right? Racial blindness is a real thing. Racial blindness is a real thing. And while we're on that topic, we have to have a serious conversation about I don't see color. Very serious conversation about I don't see color. A lot of you, I won't say you guys, but there's a lot of people who do not realize that that has to be one of the most racist things you can possibly say. If you do not see color, you are extremely racist. And I'm not saying extremely racist in the sense of you're a hood wearing, Proud Boy card carrying member, but your ignorance of racial barriers and dynamics is racist. And I'm saying more so willful ignorance, because for people on the receiving end of racism, we don't get to ignore it. Oftentimes our color, the color of our skin, is thrown in our face. How many times have you all seen me host a live and the topic will be about Trump? Thank you guys for the follows. We've had the conversations about we unpack misogyny. We're going to get back into those lives. Actually, we're talking about just social issues, and the second someone joins this live and they see my face, they're down in the comments saying welfare queen or welfare king or DEI baby or where's your father, just based off of my face, just based off the color of my skin. It's insane. I don't get to live in a world where my race, where the color of my skin isn't a factor, because I'm consistently reminded about it every single day. And it doesn't matter if it's trolls here on this app, or even if it's more perpetuated in real life, because in many cases it is. I'm in fucking Texas. I don't get that experience. It is a privilege to be able to walk around in society without acknowledging race. And it is a racist one at that. If you need some clarification, I'm more than happy to give it to you, but I think I've explained it very well. It is racist not to see color, because not everyone has that opportunity. It's a whole nother conversation about them experiencing it. We won't. I won't get into that. Just pay close attention to people who say they've experienced racism or the allegations of racism and those different dynamics. It's often a load of crap. Any case, Haven't done it in a bit. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. I would actually love to avoid the racial topic today. That's another thing. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I always want to talk about blackness. I fucking hate talking about race because most people don't understand it. I want to talk about the policies of this administration. And this first time and the second, I want to talk about the impact of progressive policies and how that's a net benefit for everyone, including the most staunch conservatives. Let's talk about things that will push us forward in society, things that will better the average American versus things that will take us backwards. Request up in the box, Trump supporters. You're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. All white people see color in a crayon box, but now they say I don't see color. Y'all see color in everything but race. That is a good point. That is a good point. That is a very good point. Please, I can. Hi, D. I don't think you meant to type that. I think you need to send that message over, D. Oh, shit. Guys, big W's in the chat. Big W's in the chat to Erica for the $30 donation on PayPal. Helping Hectics, happy Christmas. Guys, can we get bigly W's in the chat for Erica for her donation? W's in the chat to Erica for the donation. I appreciate your support. Guys, that puts us up to 40. I have a couple more, actually. 40 for the Merry Mutual Aid fundraiser. Big W's to Erica. Oh, my goodness. W's, guys. How many people we have in here? 226? I need to see at least 100. At least 100 for Erica as well. At least 100 W's for Feisty in the chat for the $100 donation on Venmo. Merry Christmas, heart. Thank you so much, Feisty, for your donation. Let's fucking go. W's in the chat to Feisty. W's in the chat for Feisty. I appreciate your support. Big W's to you. Big W's to you. And also, holy fuck. Now I need to see 150 W's in the chat. Now I need to see 150 W's in the chat for Chewy for the $250 donation. Happy holidays, friend. Hope this helps with the mutual aid. Holy fuck. Big W's in the chat to Chewy, guys. Big W's in the chat to Jesus fucking Christ. Y'all got y'all bonuses? Y'all got y'all bonuses? Big W's in the chat to Chewy. Appreciate your support. D said, Chewy, you looking to adopt? Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donations. Once again, we have the Helping Hectic section that I created in the Discord for anyone to post when they have needs. And I noticed for the last couple of days, it's been a few more than usual. There's been a lot of times we're able to get to some people, a lot of times where we're not. So this is like huge to me. To see, hold on, I'll have to review it for my mods. I'll review it with my mods in a second. We're going to be able to help someone. We're going to be able to maybe help a few people with this. Thank you so fucking much. Thank you so much to the donators so far. Big W's to every last one of you. Anyone who wants to support the Merry Mutual Aid fundraiser, you may look up the links in the bio. Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. Hector or Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's on the PayPal. All those links are available in the bio on the Tickety Talk bio description. Keep fucking up my words. Appreciate your support. I don't know if we're going to get any Trump supporters. To be fair, again, it's evening now. I think a lot of people are busy getting ready for their dinners, wrapping presents, doing their last minute shopping, so on and so forth. So we may not get anyone, which is perfectly fine. I'm fine with hanging out with y'all for a bit. I'll tell you what. While we're waiting on Trump supporters, might as well, let me double check, make sure I have the number working. Yes, it is. While we're waiting on Trump supporters, if anyone would like to come up, friendly or whatever alike, if you'd like to come up and share something that you're thankful for, like this is Thanksgiving, if you'd like to tell us or a brief overview of how your year has been, you may do so. Fuck it. We'll just hang out for a bit. I will say for me, this year flew, like really flew by. In fact, it was last week a friend reminded me that Christmas was in a couple days. I don't really pay attention to holidays. It's just another day for me. It is what it is. So most of the time when it comes to big holidays, that's just another day I can work and make more money. That's, to be honest, how that works for me. But I know to the average person, the regular person, because I'm a weird case, it's a day for family. It's a day to reflect. It's a day to show someone how much you care about them, whether it's, you know, verbally, financially, acts of service, whatever. But I'm in Texas. I moved out here about 3 years ago. I don't have family members in the area, to be honest with you, even if I did. Me and my family are I love my family, but they're a piece of work. So I'm very glad to everyone who's spending time with theirs. That's a big thing. But yeah, this year for me flew by. I just remember 1 minute. It was actually December of last year, as you guys know, I was an insurance agent. December of last year, I was an insurance agent working for State Farm, and I got fired, and I didn't know what I was going to do, and I was like, blah, blah, blah. And I think about that, and now a year from now, I am doing this. I'm doing content creation. I am fully self-employed, which is, if you told me that a year ago, I would have told you you're fucking crazy. I would have told you that's not in the card for me. I would have told you I don't think I'm that good. And here we are. And it's many of you in the chat right now and people who are not here who made that possible. So big W's to you. And that's another reason why we do stuff like this. It's another reason why we try to give back, because I don't ever want to be one of those people who ignores the individuals who keep this live going. That, like, there's so many people who have, whether you donated or not, but specifically people who have donated to me who fell on hard times. And I want to ensure that I'm just as much here for you guys as you are for me. In October, when that person totaled my car and I was carless, and I came to you guys and you guys helped me get into the ride that I have now, like, I'm forever grateful for that. I still think about that often, and it still makes me feel weird. I was actually explaining to a friend of mine last night where I was saying I never intended for this platform to be for me. Outside of what I need to keep it going, I never intended for this platform to be for me. I always wanted to be sure that we're able to help everyone else. So there's still a part of me that feels weird about how everyone came together to help me get the new vehicle. And I know I shouldn't. So leave me alone. But I do. I do want to always ensure that this is for everyone else. I want to ensure that if someone asks me for help and it's in my ability to help, that we can do so. And you guys help me do that every single day. The 390 that we've raised so far is a prime time example of that. I love having people that I can call on to help, and I love being able to be that person for someone else as well. But yeah, all the things I've done this year, I think I need to do, I think I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to end up making a video about it. This year was the first time ever where I volunteered. We volunteered at a food bank. That was November. I volunteered for cleanup when Texas had the huge flood, specifically Carey County that was the most affected, that unalived all those people. I was a part of that cleanup there. Again, it was once again y'all's help with the donations, not only getting me there, but the donations that we were able to give to those communities. Been to several different protests, first year protesting ever. Did some crazy things there. The biggest one being my personal big one, my favorite, watching how everyone turned up for Nicole Collier when she was held hostage in Congress because they did not want to support or sign HB4, which is the racist gerrymandering bill that Texas passed. Before then, guys, I wasn't in any way, shape, or form some type of fucking activist. Like, that wasn't me. I didn't care about this stuff. And upon talking about how to help people, upon talking about being loud and using your voice for good, there came the next resolution, which was, you have to be about it. You have to be about it too. There's a lot of chirping on this app. There's a lot of people who want more so the appearance of being for the people, and there's people who actually do the work. And I'm not sitting here trying to glaze myself. There's so much more that I could be doing. There's a lot more that I would like to do, that I want to go into for 2026, including, don't hold me to this, I'm working on it. I want to see if I can help get Jasmine Crockett in office. I'm going to attempt to see if I can get on our team. So fingers crossed there. But there's so much more work to be done. And there's a lot of us who have the resources to do it. We have the time to do it. Or at the bare minimum, some of you guys being here day in, day out when we go live, tapping the screen, sharing out the lives, that is helping push this forward as well. So I just wish we saw more individuals do that, because it's easy to, I won't say easy, but easier to turn on this camera and go live and sit on this chair and talk shit about Trump. When we're done talking shit about Trump, there are people who need help. There are people who need education. And I hope going forward, a lot more of us focus less on shit talking about Trump and more on just helping the people around us who need aid as well. Guys, knock out this little lightning goal, this little goal that we have here before I reset it. Continue to tap the screen, shout the live. Looks like we do. Oh, and they left a request. Never mind. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on the screen. Why am I blanking on the number? 737-295-5321. That's 737-295-5321. Thank you very much. But yes, we are doing the mutual aid fundraiser. Anyone who would like to donate to that, you may check out the links in the bio. And if any friendlies would like to come up and just talk about whatever, talk about your plans for today, your plans for tomorrow, your year in review, you're more than welcome to. Because like I said, I don't know if we're going to get anyone. W's in the chat to Jen for the $25 on PayPal for the fundraiser. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you as well, Jen. Thank you so much. Big W's in the chat to Jen. Big W's in the chat to Jen. Appreciate your support. What'd I say? 25? Math. 415. Big W's in the chat to Jen. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I guess I'll talk about the cleanup, because I meant to make a video on it. In fact, I've had so Jessica Simone, you guys know Jessica Simone. She runs We Are What's Left. I am a member of that community. Not focusing so much on the differences, but pushing the message forward. Jessica Simone has been on my ass about the footage from when I did the cleanup. And I didn't get a lot because it feels weird to me going to these events to help and like trying to get photos and videos and shots in. It feels like disingenuous. That's not why I went there. To the point she told me I need to bring a cameraman with me, and she actually has an idea. It just feels wrong. So I never got a lot, but I got a few that I should have made in a video. Same thing with the Houston Food Bank. When I was in Houston for a couple of weeks and I went and volunteered for the first time, we were in this parking lot and it had like the cones going into the driveway, coming into the parking lot. And then we had these rows with these tents and these boxes of food, chicken, potatoes, milk, grains like flour, eggs, orange juice, so on and so forth. We just stood there. We just handed them out to the different drivers. I did that for a couple hours. That was something. And felt good. Not that I'm saying doing it so that you can feel better about yourself, but like I said, just going back to the talking. Need a GoPro? I do need a GoPro. That's a good idea, actually. That's a really good idea. Because I'm never going to whip out my camera to get a bunch of footage on that shit. I just need something to be consistently recording. That's a very good idea, Chewy. But it felt good to give back. And then when you get into it and you realize just how much people need help, when you realize how they're oftentimes neglected, one of the most amazing things, revelations, I should say, not amazing thing, it's terrible, but one of the most amazing revelations I've had doing the volunteering and whatnot is there's so much that our politics don't cover. We can get all this different legislation passed on the books. We can get fucking universal health care. We can get this, we can get that. There's still going to be people in our communities to where we don't have laws that necessarily help them. We don't have laws that cover them. So when I equally advocate for us to get involved in our political process and to vote on the things that will help more people, there's still a gap left that our government does not fill and quite frankly may never fill. And that's up to us. So I appreciate everyone who's helped me do that, and it's really given me a moment to self-reflect and realize what more I can do, because I'm privileged in so many regards. I'm not saying I have it easy by any means, but I could have it far worse. When the shutdown took place and people's snaps were withheld, that didn't affect me. It's expensive, but I can afford food every week. Others can't. And we came together and we raised about $900 for the Houston Food Bank. And other communities did the same. Erica did it every single week alongside volunteering several days a week at her local food bank. We saw other communities pick up the slack where the government couldn't. And I think we need to have more of a focus on that, because that is political as well. Any case, Emperor, I'm just going to say that part. Emperor, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right. What do you think we can find common ground on?
Well, one, I'm 20 for TikTok purposes. Also, I guess we could do it on probably maybe either mass deportation, immigration, in reference to immigration, or possibly the Russia-Ukraine conflict. One of the two.
What common ground do you think we can find on mass deportation?
Well, I guess we could find common ground based on, I mean, I could show it to you on the basis of stuff like, a couple things like coming in illegally is not a civil offense; it's a federal crime to do so. And we come a conclusion on that end, and we come to an agreement on
the first time it would be a civil misdemeanor.
It's it's a federal criminal misdemeanor the first time, and the second time is a federal criminal felony.
Sure, you got to fine the first time. Absolutely.
Well, it's either a fine or jail time,
or 6 months up to. Correct.
Mm-hmm. So again, we can come to a general consensus that it's not a civil offense; it's a criminal offense, federal crime.
Sure.
Right.
But it constitutes about the same. Not threat. What's the word I'm looking for? But has the same weight as a civil misdemeanor. There we go.
Except with civil offenses, you don't go to prison typically. With federal crime, apart from civil offenses, you do go to prison, generally speaking. Mm-hmm. So, but that's besides the point. I mean, we could also come to an agreement that we do give stuff like, and according to the economic enterprise.
So hold on. Yeah. There is no common ground or agreement to be had on what the law is. That's not the purpose of this live. There's nothing to disagree on what laws are on the books. You specifically mentioned mass deportation.
Yeah, and last time I checked, law is included within it, but whatever. I mean, I guess
whatever though, because the law is the law. Neither of us are going to be here changing the law. Right? Emperor, do you work in as a House of Representative, or do you work as a senator?
No, but when we say that coming in illegally is a civil offense, well, if we say that coming in illegally is a civil offense, then we can't necessarily come to an agreement on that basis, can we?
So, but actually, I wouldn't. Again, none of us are changing the law. All right. So I think the thing that you might be wanting to argue here is whether or not you two can agree on actually conducting mass deportation. That's what you might want to be looking to see if you can find common ground on, to see if that's something that the United States should be doing or shouldn't be doing, or how the United States is going about doing it, so on and so forth. Not the actual law, because the law is the law and it's not changing anytime soon.
All right, fair enough, I guess. Okay, then I guess we could come to a general consensus that if you break the law coming into the nation, then you shouldn't be here. You're here illegally, get out. If you're eligible for deportation, then by all means, you shouldn't be here. If you're not supposed to be here, get out.
No, that's not necessarily something we can agree on, because I understand nuance and the reasons why people come here. And I think while we can't stop the law from being the law and they would be subjected to deportation, I also think we should provide an alternative when they are being detained to become a citizen, so long as they do not have a violent criminal offense here or abroad.
Well, why does a violent criminal offense impede you from getting deported?
Say that again.
Why does you having to have a violent criminal offense or not, why does that impede you from being deported or not?
Because the only reason why I care about who's coming here is based off of their threat to American citizens. I could care less if you're not a threat and you choose to come here. All I care about is if you're going to be a harm to this country or a benefit. And without that violent offense, you will most likely be a benefit. So,
Well, one, they're more of a net negative, generally speaking, but in regards to
based
this
off of
specific
what?
one, yeah, so according to the Economic Enterprise Institute and Congress.gov, we spend roughly 150 billion on average every year from the federal government to take care of them. And
You'd be
if we
referencing
compare that,
one report specifically,
so
then
yeah,
you'd be
I'm going to
ignoring
reference more
what
than
they
just
bring
one.
in tax revenue. So there's
Well,
that.
I'm referencing more than just one. By the way, they bring in 100 billion per year in tax revenue. 150 is
That
much
was
larger
off
than
of 2022.
Yeah, wait, again, I don't think we understand that 150 is much larger. 150 per year on average is much larger than 100 per year
Again,
on
so
average.
the report that you're referencing not only has been debunked, but in 2022 specifically, that's when we saw the number of about 100 billion in tax revenue. It didn't take into account all the other things they would bring into the economy outside of said tax revenue.
You
So
brought
there's
in tax
that.
revenue.
What?
Wait, so one who debunked what I brought up with 150 billion from the federal government?
The FAIR report that
To
you're talking about. It wasn't a full
no
and
wait, I
accurate
said from
assessment.
Congress.gov. I never said fair.
Yes, so you'd be talking about a different one. If Congress.gov cited that report that you're talking about, then it would be the same debunked
When did I
report.
say that
So
they
what are
cited
you
the fair
talking about
report?
specifically?
I never said that they cited the fair report. I'm only talking about fair.
You
The two far
mentioned two
right.
sources, one being Congress.gov, which Congress.gov isn't a source. So you'd be referencing something specifically that was put on Congress.gov.
How is Congress.gov not a source? And what do you take a source to be?
It's not a source for that claim that you made. Congress.gov is a source for Congress-related acts, bills, resolutions, so on, so forth. Congress.gov has transcripts of individuals who said things on the floor, such as Ted Cruz saying that we've had 30 million illegal immigrants enter the country in the last 4 years. That's just a senator making a statement. That's not a factual thing. But it's on Congress.gov because it records what people say. So again, if you're citing a specific source, you would have to name said source, not a website.
Okay, one. One. What do you take source to be? Because I did clarify that question earlier, and also I did mention the Economic Enterprise Institute earlier. But
A
and
source
three, I don't use fair.
substantiating your claim of them being a net negative.
Yeah, again, what do you take a source to be? That's what I asked you.
Literally what I just said.
No, I asked you what do you take a source to be.
A
You didn't
source
answer that
that
question.
I'm going to answer this for the third time now. A source that would substantiate your claim that they are a net negative, specifically in regards to the 150 billion that you reference yearly. It would have to be substantiated in said source, otherwise it would not be correct. It would have to be accurate. It would have to take into account all factors that would go into this claim that you made.
Okay, one, if you're rejecting Congress.gov, so again, I'm asking you what a source is. What do you
Again,
take it to
if
be?
you're going to keep saying Congress.gov, I need to know what you're
That's why I'm
citing
asking
from
you.
Congress.gov.
Sorry, say it again.
If you're going to keep citing Congress.gov, you need to tell me what you're citing from Congress.gov so that I can pull it up.
Yeah, so the title of the article is right here. Give me a second. The cost of illegal immigration to taxpayers.
Fair. It's
So,
literally from fair. That's literally from fair. It actually.
are
I
you
We know,
saying
I
that
Manny.
know
that's what
this.
it is verbatim?
Manny, we
I'm
know.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Are you saying that that's
No.
what it is verbatim from FAIR?
Your source, my guy.
Wait, I have a question. Well, because one, they don't cite verbatim from FAIR. That's one.
Okay.
Second of all, because I also have FAIR directly in front of me, in case you haven't noticed.
Cost of
So,
illegal immigration, Congress. Go ahead, Manny.
No, I'm sorry. Erica, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine, Manny. Go ahead.
We talk about the May 8th, 2024 article, The Cost of the Border Crisis.
no. Thursday, January
Let's
11th,
take a.
2024.
Because then
And also, that FAIR article in which you're referencing was talking about 2017 and from March 8th, 2023. The Congress.gov article comes from Thursday, January 11th, 2024, almost a year afterwards.
Can you cite the person who actually they're referencing in that article?
yeah, really quickly
Yeah,
before you
sure.
cite, I just need the name of it so I can look at it myself. What's the name?
Directly on the screen.
Can't see what's on your screen. Can you say out the name?
Unless somebody wants to put me up, but I guess not.
Can
Yeah.
you
The
enunciate
cost
your
of
words?
illegal immigration. Yeah, the cost of illegal immigration to taxpayers. Prepare testimony of Stephen A. How you pronounce that? Director of Research Center for Immigration Studies. Immigration Integrity. For Immigration Integrity, Security, and Enforcement Subcommittee of the House Judiciary
And you
Committee.
found this on Congress.gov, correct?
Right there, Congress.gov.
Great. Why am I not pulling this up on Congress.gov? Better yet, this would be something that's cited by Congress and not done by Congress. And that was literally the point what I said of sources. But anyway, literally, if I type in the cost of illegal immigration to taxpayers, it's showing me the cost of the border crisis testimony before the House, and this is May 8th, 2024. And it cites the FAIR report, the fiscal burden of illegal immigration on United States taxpayers.
Would you like to put me on the big screen so I could show you directly what I'm looking at?
I can see what you're looking at. I can't pull up what you're looking at. That's what I'm trying to do because I would have the better screen here. I'm trying to put it up.
All right. Well, one. I mean, if we can't find it, somebody has an echo, by the way.
Erica.
Maybe it's not. But yeah, so in relation to this, I mean, if we can't find the same article in which we're referencing, then according to the
So we should
I
start.
have it on the center. I have it on it. I have it. It's the Center of Immigration Studies. By the way, do you?
He said it's on Congress. That's why I'm trying to find it on Congress.
Yeah,
This was
I
his
just looked
claim.
for it. I know. I hate dancing around bullshit with him, because he's an absolute bullshitter. If you would like to look up the Center of Immigration Studies and actually find out the fact that they are pro or they're anti-immigration, they are registered as a hate group for immigration purposes, and they are highly infactual and highly uncredible. But if you want to cite this 15-page research paper, right, as a testimony that was given on the Senate floor, by the way, what were their methodologies for coming to the conclusion that they did in this paper?
Sorry, give me a second, because you asked me to look up the Center for Immigration Studies. I'm taking a look at it now. Give me a second.
Why is it so hard to pull this up on Congress.gov?
I have no clue on that.
Friendly reminder, chat. Congress.gov doesn't do studies. Congress.gov cites studies. That's the point I was making this whole time. But Manny knows this information, so...
Yes, I know this one and the FAIR study. I know all three FAIR studies, including this one. Usually they bring up the FAIR study because they both are in tandem in the same hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, there's 300 people on the live. Continue to tap the screen. Tap the screen until we get up to 100K likes. We've been live for about an hour, so we should have been there quite a bit ago. Show the algorithm we want to be here. Show the algorithm you want to be here and tap up the screen. Make sure you're sharing out the lives with your friends, family, pet, ops, cousins, sister fuckers, all the good people. Send your daily heart miss if you haven't already. If you're great out in the chat, you're a GOP. We don't support the GOP here. Send your daily heart miss. Make sure you add this post to your story or repost it if you can. Knock out the gift goal. Those of you who want to support the platform that way. But the main focus today is going to be giving back to other individuals. We have a Mary Mutual Aid fundraiser, and we're starting this for several other people who posted in the Discord who need help. Whether it's with car issues, medication, rent, so on and so forth. So everything that we raise today will be going towards distributing it to those people who need help. If you'd like to support the Mary Mutual Aid fundraiser, you may hit up the links in the bio, Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. If you're over on the Tube side, I'll get a link. I'll get a link posted for you guys on the Tube side, because if you send a super chat, I'm not going to get that to give to them immediately. You may do so, thank you, but I'm going to post the links for you guys in a moment. Okay, go ahead, Benny.
Yeah, no, this So I'm while he's searching that up, I just want to bring up the fact that he not only did he admit he had both reports in front of him, both FAIR and this one. We know we're talking about FAIR because FAIR is actually the one that cites
I'm
the
not
fiscal.
talking about FAIR.
We know you're talking about FAIR because you
No,
cited
I
the
never
fiscal
referenced FAIR
deficit, but
once.
now you've went over to this one. But you did say you had both of them up in front of you, so I
Yeah,
don't
but
like.
wait,
I also
one,
don't
I
like
never
that you're
brought up
playing in
FAIR.
a
That
verse.
wasn't my original argument, Manuel. That wasn't my original argument. It wasn't with FAIR. Where the fuck did you get that from?
Okay, go ahead and tell me.
Do you want to,
and
like, again, this live is obviously recorded, so do you want to tell me what I said?
You said about the fiscal deficit, the net negative benefit that impact the immigrants.
Yeah, and when did I reference FAIR in that entire argument?
Okay, so are you telling me that you're not referencing FAIR at all, even though it's in the same exact?
FAIR.
Okay.
I never referenced FAIR once in this entire argument.
No, you
until
never
I
actually
brought it.
you never actually gave a source, and I was trying to figure out whether it was fair or not because that's what. And again,
But,
regardless,
you
He
just made the
said
definitive
something
claim
in
that it was fair, but-
Congress.gov. He said something in Congress.gov. I don't remember the first thing he said was. That would technically be the only quote unquote source he referenced.
I also gave the Economic Enterprise Institute, but yeah.
What? What?
The Economic Enterprise Institute. I
Economic
also said that,
Enterprise
but-
Institute. Great. What study is that?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm pulling it up right now. Give me a second.
I'm looking. The fiscal impact of immigration, September 5th. The fiscal impact of immigration, September 30th. Oh, it updates this regularly, apparently. Tag archive. ICA Institute Labor Economics. Press release. Groundbreaking study. Let's look at the latest one, which would be the 30th of September. Hold on. You said what did he say again? He didn't say the Air American Enterprise Institute, did he?
Oh, I meant to say the American Enterprise, not Economic Enterprise. My bad. The American Enterprise Institute.
The American Enterprise Institute?
Correct.
and what is the title of their article?
Yeah.
Because I have one from the 30th, September 30th, the
No,
fiscal
that's all.
impact of immigration, showing
Yeah, what I
that
have here is November 7th, 2024, key data on federal benefits paid to illegal immigrant households.
key data on federal. Okay, hold on. On federal benefits.
Yeah, key data on federal benefits paid to illegal immigrant households, November 7th, 2024.
Gotcha. That's funny because we saw reports from the same
God bless
institute
you.
showing that they have an overall positive fiscal impact. So there's that. But so be it. I'll look up your source here. Key data on federal benefits. Da 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 da. November 7th.
Yeah, November 7th, 2024.
Okay.
Also, Hector?
Yes.
Take it with a grain of salt because this is another conservative leaning think tank, just like FAIR.
It's. I don't.
By the way, I never referenced FAIR once. I don't know why you keep bringing that up. But okay.
Yeah.
Like, you guys keep bringing up FAIR as like some sort of like gotcha bullshit. I never mentioned that once, but okay.
The information cited in several of these other reports is that also directly from FAIR or along the same lines of the resolutions that FAIR came to. That's why we keep bringing it up. Anyways,
Yeah, well, actually, nothing that I've ever referenced was cited directly off of FAIR, but okay.
yeah, I gave a whole nother option, but okay.
Yeah, what was the other option? Because I also delineated it away from that, by the way. But okay.
Just not listening to the words coming out of my mouth, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you know?
said that
Do
they
you know why
considered
this
it.
study?
Okay.
So we're just gonna cut straight through this, right? Straight through bullshit. The
tell me.
the Center of Opportunity and Social Mobility, which is the AEI, key data on federal benefits paid to illegal immigrants' households. We scroll down to literally the. We scroll down to the one of the hyperlinks. God, where was it? The cost. So number 3, how much are those costs per taxpayer? If you go ahead and click on that hyperlink, actually you could just hover over it. Can you tell me where does that hyperlink tell you? Take you?
Yeah.
FAIR.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Can you also tell us where does number 2? What is the total annual cost of illegal immigration? Where does that take you? when you
Fair.
click on that. Take you
I have
to
a
fair.
question. How many
Okay,
are
all
there?
right,
How
gotcha,
many? How
Mitch.
many are there? How many are there?
How many are what?
How many options are there? There's how many?
Okay, wait. Are you?
There's five. There's five. But let's go
There's
ahead.
not 5. There's 10, not 5.
Okay.
Where the fuck did you get
Keep
5
going.
from?
Here we go. Next half. The bar wasn't working. There's 10. Cool. Great. So I want to first point out that you tried to wiggle your way out of this argument when FAIR was
didn't.
cited by saying, I never once referenced FAIR. When the direct source that you claimed, at least 3 times now from what I'm seeing, directly takes you to FAIR. So you're coming up here and you're making points that you don't even know where the actual sources come from, just based off of the first 3. Just want to point that out. So be it. Oh, and this explains the Congress.gov point, because that was number 1, which was how many illegal immigrants are in the U.S. and how many entered during the Biden administration. When you click on during the U.S., then it takes you to Congress.gov. Citizenship and immigration statuses of the U.S. foreign-born population. I want to emphasize that foreign-born isn't undocumented migrant. Foreign-born could include citizens, legal citizens of this country who just weren't
I do
born
understand that's
in
not in
said
relation
country.
to the initial
We
Congress.
can also talk. It actually literally mentions it here: resident non-immigrants, lawful permanent residents, naturalized U.S. citizens,
That's not in
unauthorized migrants.
reference to the
Like,
other Congress.gov argument.
okay, got you. So, what Congress.gov thing were
May
you
I
talking
say
about?
something before
Yeah,
you guys
wait.
continue?
Did I
W's to the
not
Merman
just say
Ray.
it like a good 5
Go ahead,
minutes ago?
Erica.
I said it like 5
Emperor.
fucking minutes ago. Fucking hell.
Emperor.
Yeah,
The
what's
thing
up?
is, though, is that number 4 on your list here that you're using from AEI, all right, that's an opinion piece. So how much are the costs over a lifetime? That's an opinion piece from the National Review. All right, let's see where number 5 takes us.
So we're just gonna keep
And
rejecting all
number
of it.
5 takes us back
We're gonna
to
reject all
a
of it then.
study
Good to know.
from the House. Yep, and let's see, what does your number 5 say? So we'll see what the House, whoever presented is, what do they source for this? How much are cost over a lifetime? Let's see. What House rep presented this? All right. Okay, so this was at the Oversight and Accountability Committee. All right, and it came from Stephen A. Camarata. Okay, so let's see here. It's not about dismissing anything or whatever it is that you said. It's just about having factual information. And we know that the FAIR study is incorrect. We know that they
In
basically
reference to what?
fudged,
I have a
the
question. How
numbers
is it
and
incorrect?
how much they actually
How
cost.
is it incorrect?
W's in the chat to the Mermaid Raiders. Big W's to Mermaid. Appreciate
I have a
you.
question. How is it incorrect?
Manny, do you want to take this one away?
Oh yeah, 100%. So FAIR has been debunked by both the Cato Institute, the Migration Policy Institute, as well as American Immigration Council. FAIR has been debunked by those 3 specific think tanks, one of them being a right-leaning source, which would be the Cato Institute.
Okay,
Not
so
only
we
that,
only
FAIR
trust
is taking.
think
I'm still
tanks when
talking.
they-
I'm
when we
sorry.
want to.
I'm still talking. I'm sorry.
We only trust
Not
think tanks when
I'm
we
still
want to.
I'm still giving you the reasons why it's been debunked. Not only that, because when you go into the abstract, A, it doesn't actually tell you how they actually cite their actual statistics. B, they're actually lumping in children that are U.S. citizens, so children that were born to undocumented immigrants who are technically U.S. citizens, in with the cost of non-U.S. U.S. born children
'cause it
on the
gets
school
snapped and
system,
it
right?
gets
So they're
pulled
not
in stuff.
separating. So that's called dirty data, right? They're not separating that to actually give you any type of real
they
statistics
also
of
get
illegal.
snapped and
They're
it
not.
gets
I'm sorry.
pushed
I
in
know
the
that this
dump.
hurts, but I am still speaking, right? So that's what we
Holy
call
fuck.
that's what we call dirty data, and you're not separating to bring up the quote illegal immigration cost on United States citizens. Not only that, but they do not tell you how they reference the actual cost of undocumented immigrants when they drive on the road and talk about road cost, right? That's also what is referenced inside of FAIR. We can keep going on and on and on, but not only did I give you 3 sources that fully debunk them year over year with their annual report, but they also, FAIR themselves, do not give you where they're citing their statistics from. It's not
Okay.
peer reviewed.
So we only trust think tanks when we choose to trust them. Okay. So in relation to this specifically, though.
So is that what you heard? Because I can actually tell you,
Can I finish?
where
You were
Cato
just
gets
complaining
all
about
of their
interrupting me,
statistics
Manuel.
from.
Manuel, you
Specifically,
just interrupted. You just
yeah,
complained.
specifically with the
Just
Cato
fucking
Institute,
complain. You just
I know for a fact out
You
of
just
all of
complained, Manuel.
I know for a
All
fact
right,
out
all
of
right,
all
all
200
right,
of
all right,
their
all
just
right,
fucking
hold up,
complaining.
hold on.
Holy fuck.
Everyone, please pipe the fuck down. Go ahead, Manny, and then he can respond.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know for a fact that that all of the Cato Institute, specifically when it comes to immigration pieces, they not only cite their sources. I can go and get their FOIA, their actual FOIA records for the immigration numbers that they give you. You cannot.
Go
So,
ahead
so
and
can I finish?
respond.
Can I finish now before you interrupt, Manuel?
What did I just say?
Yeah, okay, I guess I could. So yeah, one, in relation to the whole think tank thing, one, again, we brought up think tanks that they allegedly disprove this one that I brought up. So again, we only trust think tanks when we choose to trust them.
I'm going to stop you
there's that.
now. So you know the
Oh, but you
difference
fucking
between
finish.
your think tank and the other think tanks being sourced? Because
Yeah,
we're
can I-
quite
can I finish
literally no, you
everything I
can't.
wanna say?
Because we're quite literally going through the think tanks that you sourced us, the think
I
tanks
didn't
that
get to
you
finish, by the
presented
way.
to us. We're quite literally going through them, and we're explaining to you why the information that's being shown is correct. So you don't get to fall back on the argument of we're just selective about our think tanks. This literally goes back to the point that I was making about sources, right? The sources provided in each think tank will ultimately determine if the information they're putting forward is true. Not the think tank in and of itself. I don't care about names and who did it. I care about the information being provided in said sources. The sources that you didn't even fully know was linked to FAIR. Great. Go ahead.
So a couple things. One, in relation to this, you just said that you don't care about think tanks in general. Just
Did you
clarifying question,
miss my whole point in what I just said? What else did I say?
Can I finish before you spurred the fuck out? Damn. Can I finish?
Your selective hearing is crazy.
I did get to. I was trying to respond to everything you just said, but now you're just spurring the fuck out.
Sure.
Can I finish? Okay, thank you.
That's not an okay word. Like, chill out,
Yo,
fucking groper.
Fucking
Wait, what?
Russia bootlicker.
I'm a Russian bootlicker, allegedly. Okay, sure. Also, what's the issue with that? I don't know, but whatever.
Focus
In
on the
relation to
topic.
this, yeah, but again, even in response to this specifically, again, just clarifying question: you considered FAIR to be a think tank, right?
That would be one of the descriptions. I'm not sure exactly what it's constituted as.
Yeah. Well, under your worldview, did you consider FAIR a think tank?
Again, I'm not exactly sure what it's officially considered, but yes, it can be considered a think tank.
And you just said, and again clarifying, that you don't give a shit about think tank itself. You just give a shit about the sources that they tend to post based on their
I
studies.
specifically said I don't give a shit about think tanks per se, than the names, but about the sources they provide. It's about the information presented in said think tanks versus the think tank in and of itself. And another argument that I don't like to make, and this is actually where I disagree with a lot of my colleagues, I don't care if it's left or right. I only care about the information in it.
Okay, so do you think FAIR's ever been right then? Or
What?
do you just don't trust them?
What?
Do you think FAIR has ever been right, or do you just don't trust
Do I
them?
think FAIR has ever been
By the way,
right?
Manuel,
I'm
that
not.
also goes
I'm
to-
not
that
arguing
also
every
goes
single
to-
thing that FAIR has presented. We're talking specifically about immigration. Like what? I don't. What the hell am I doing talking about other things? That's not the topic.
So, okay, well, one. Also, that question was also in relation to Manuel, because Manuel decided to bring up the fact that they're extremely far right on the basis of immigration. But
Again, I don't
whatever.
care. I don't care. Let's
Yeah.
focus
So
on
in
the
relation to
information.
this specifically, yeah. So again, can you just explain to me again, how is it that they got debunked?
You want me to go through all three?
just
You want me to?
repeat it
You want me
again.
to explain all three sources again and tell you
It's fine,
how
yeah.
their methodology? First off, they lack their method. They lack the specificity of their methodology.
So the
and
sources that you brought
they,
up lack methodology. Okay.
and two, they do not cite any sources where they got their information from.
Okay, one, what's the evidence of this?
The actual piece itself, which
So
I
they
find it
have the sources
hilarious
on the
that
bottom,
I
though,
just
Manuel.
I just
They have
find
the
it
sources on the
hilarious
bottom,
that
Manuel.
I just find it hilarious that we went from the
They have
Was
the
it
sources on the
15
bottom,
page?
Manuel.
We went from the
Manuel, they have
15
the source
page.
on the bottom.
Okay, we went from the
They have
15
the source
page.
on the bottom. For
I,
fuck's sake.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll play with that. I'll play with that for a little bit.
we went from the 15 page Senate hearing testimony to the 91 page fair that he said he was never referencing at all from the beginning of this.
Correct.
Now we're going to go ahead and
Yeah, 'cause I
debunk
wasn't referencing
this
that in the
all
beginning.
over again.
I wasn't
Okay?
referencing that. in the
Literally
beginning,
were.
was I?
You literally
No, I
were.
wasn't.
You said
No, I wasn't.
key data. When I asked you to get me something specifically, you said key data on federal benefits paid to illegal immigrant households. You gave me the date. I confirmed it. I am now on the second portion of that. What is the total annual cost of
I
illegal
was talking about
immigration?
Congress.gov.
I
I
am
never
currently.
mentioned fair once.
This is in the source that you provided because you didn't know your own source. It's not an
Congress.gov
issue of
never
me.
referenced
And I
fair, by
do
the
want
way.
to mention. Fine, I'm gonna have fun with this. I do want to mention in the source that you didn't even know cites fair. Erica, you have an echo.
Congress.gov also never references fair, but okay.
It mentions here total tax contributed by illegal aliens. Total federal taxes paid. It says about 16 billion. State and local taxes 15
My initial
billion.
source was
Shut the
Congress.gov.
fuck
I don't know why you
up.
keep
Total
deflecting
tax
that.
contributions 31 billion. And this would be as of fiscal burden 2023.
My initial source was
I find that
Congress.gov.
number
I
to
don't
be
know why you like
fascinating. I find that number to be fascinating based off the fact that you yourself even cited the report in 2022 or confirmed the report in 2022 that said it was about 100 billion. But I digress. Now let's get to Congress.gov. Which one is that?
Yeah, I already brought up that thing again. Do you want me to repeat it?
The one that I'm reading here in said source, citizenship and immigration statuses of the U.S.
That's all
foreign-born
I'm talking
population.
about.
Then what are you
That's all
talking
I'm talking
about?
about.
Then what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
and okay, I'll just repeat the title of it again. The cost of illegal immigration to taxpayers. Which you already said earlier, by the way, you couldn't find it, so I don't know how the fuck you're gonna find it again.
Well, we're not moving anywhere until I do.
I found it. Is this
Yeah.
the AEI one?
No.
Oh, okay. Which
Fuck.
one is
No,
this
no,
one?
I have it. I told him I have it. I know it. It's the cost of illegal immigration by taxpayers by the Center of Immigration Studies. And again, it's we can just go to that one, right?
He kept saying Congress. Okay, hold on. This
It's
is
the oversight.house.
literally where this all started, is that you said it was on Congress.gov. I went over you time and time again that it would be Congress citing a source or citing this, but it wouldn't be a Congress.gov source. That's not what Congress is. So what you're specifically referencing is, as Manny just went over, the Center for Immigration Studies, right?
Again, what do you take a source to be? That's the main question at hand.
The
here.
source would be where the actual testimony is coming
That
from.
doesn't-
The testimony is coming from the Center of Immigration Studies, specifically the Director of Research from
that
the
didn't
Center
answer my
of
question.
Immigration Study. He is giving a
That didn't answer my
testimony
question, Manuel.
as he is getting a testimony on the
Manuel, that didn't
floor,
answer my
by the
question.
way.
Manuel, you
Okay.
didn't
That
answer
is
my
the
question.
that is the answer.
So
That
let's
didn't-
do this. Hey, a source isn't Congress.gov because Congress.gov didn't get the study.
Don't
Now
answer my
that we
question.
know what it is, your source is the cost of illegal immigration to taxpayers done by the Center for Immigration Studies that Congress.gov referenced. We are now going over
You have
the
yet to answer my
15
question, by the way.
page, I just did,
You have
the
yet to answer my
15 page
question.
document, the cost of
didn't answer
illegal
my question.
immigration to taxpayers, prepared testimony of Stephen A. Camarota, Director of Research, Center for Immigration Studies. This is the actual source that you're citing, not Congress.
Off
Now that we
Congress.gov,
have that
right?
established, no, it's not off of
you have yet to
Congress.gov.
answer the question.
Oh
What do you
my
think?
God, you fucking moron. It's not off of Congress.gov. Congress.gov.
That's why I'm asking you what a source is. What do you define that to be?
This
You
he's
have yet
doing
to
this
answer that.
because
Can
he
I
does.
say
He's
something?
doing this because he
Yes,
does
Erica.
not.
He doesn't have anything, so that's why he's trying to basically.
No, you have
I know,
take the
I know.
source for it.
I know it
Can you
is.
answer the
Listen,
question?
I don't interrupt anyone, so you're going to be quiet.
You've
while
been
I'm
interrupting the
talking.
entire
I'm
time.
gonna no, actually no, I haven't. So there's
So
that.
has Manuel.
I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Thank you very much.
So can you
Appreciate
answer?
There we go.
Answer the
All right,
question.
a source, okay,
Answer.
a source would be something that is trustworthy, accurate, and objective. All right, that's what it would be. Okay, when it comes to research, it would be research that is peer reviewed. Okay, so that means that people within that field, other people within the field, have actually reviewed it and validated the findings of said source. Okay, what you have here with Camarada's testimony, this report that he presented to the House Oversight Committee, all right, is a conglomeration of different stats by a bunch of different types of agencies, think tanks, also other research groups, so on and so forth. That's what that would be. Okay. One of the things, especially in number 4, okay, is the claim that undocumented immigrants, or as you all say, illegal, is the cost of them over a lifetime being at $68,000. But even within this report, this testimony that Camarada presented to the House Oversight Committee, he himself makes the note that there are caveats with it. All right. This comes from the national academies, is where it comes from.
That has nothing to do with what I brought up.
I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. Thank you. If you have a mod,
So
you have a
respond to
super
what I'm
mod.
talking
Keep,
about,
this, keep
Yeah,
a
I'll
muzzle
do it
on
right
these
now.
dogs.
Thank you, Manny.
Good grief.
You get to respond to anything.
Okay, so your question of what's the source has already been answered. So there's that. You want him to list out names of sources.
just bringing
He's
up
not
random
going
shit.
to. He's literally not going to
doesn't
do
respond.
that. And the reason why he's not
You don't
going to
respond.
do that is simply
Have yet
because
to
of the fact that you're an
Still
adult
have a-
who hopefully actually experienced some form of Congress. I'm college.
have
I
res-
said Congress. That C word. Some form of college
Not a
where
res-
you learn how to do a
That's
bit
not
of
a response.
research. But based
Not
off
a
of your
response.
behavior here today,
You're
you
privileged.
haven't. And it's not Hector's
You're still
job
priv-
to teach you. But if you want him to teach
still-
you, then by all means, his links
still
are in the bio. Pay
pivoting.
him. Pay him
Still
for the
pivoting.
education. Now,
Still pivoting.
with that being said,
Still pivoting.
as I
You're still
was
pivoting.
saying, the
You're still
caveat
pivoting.
here, it literally says
Still
on
pivoting.
page 9 of this, our estimates do come with caveats. First, the Academy's estimates are for all immigrants. All immigrants. That includes undocumented and documented.
Can you show me where it says
So
that?
there's that. It's right here. It says,
Show it.
and what it says is that though we do include an adjustment to take this issue into account,
On Congress.gov's website?
it's not congress.gov, you simpleton. How many times do we have to tell you that? Stop saying it's on congress.gov.
So where are you reading?
Silly pants. I already told you it's the oversight.house.gov is where it's at.
That's not what I...
It literally
That's
is
not
the
what I
same
brought up.
thing. Okay.
Okay.
Not to mention,
Control.
I'm
Oh,
reading
fuck.
another portion of this study. You guys need to
Mm-hmm.
read the shit you present on these lives. We estimate that 59% of illegal immigrant households use one or more major welfare programs,
Definitely
costing
more
roughly
than
42
5%.
billion a year. And this is page 10 conclusions. Based on prior research, 69% of adult illegal immigrants have no education beyond high school. Hold on, wrong part. Costing roughly 42 billion a year. At the local level, the largest single cost is for public education. We estimate the cost of educating the children of illegal immigrants, most of whom are U.S. born, totals 69 billion per year. So the problem with that estimate is that we're quite literally including fucking Americans. While illegal immigrants often receive other services for their U.S. born children, even when we estimate the net fiscal impact of just the illegal immigrants themselves, excluding their U.S. born children, we still find they create a lifetime net fiscal drain of $68,000 on average. That wasn't sourced. Even though illegal immigrants are net fiscal drains, they do pay a significant amount in taxes. We estimate illegal immigrants pay $25.9 billion a year to the federal government. I don't know how they came up with that number when the other one that was cited in the thing you gave us said 30 something. Unfortunately, their tax contributions do not cover their consumption of public services. The public services that the big one they admitted would be education, which would be from Americans. So I don't know if you just didn't actually read what is being sourced. I think Erica just gave you another specific part. We can even talk about here, May 11, 2023, briefing room press briefings by Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas. You didn't read this. You didn't go through this. Not actually.
So can I respond now? Yeah, by the way, U.S. born children born to illegal immigrants that get benefits still count towards what they're referencing, by the way.
No, it doesn't, because they're U.S.-born children
Can
are not
I
illegal
finish,
immigrants.
Manuel, or you're going to spur the fuck out?
So
again?
hold
Both of you do.
on.
I
You
can't
say that
fucking-
I'm
word
gonna
one
go
more
back.
time, I'm going to drop you.
I'm going to go back up to the top of your source, the cost
Can I finish?
of illegal immigration to taxpayers.
That includes
Right?
your children.
So
doesn't it?
now, if we're counting the costs of illegal immigration
Oh, my Lord.
per your source, if we're counting that cost, and then you start off with saying 42 billion specifically, or that 69 billion of this is particularly from U.S. born children, that would
To
not
illegal
be a
immigrants,
part
correct.
of the
To
source.
illegal immigrants. Correct.
U.S.
I agree.
born children,
To illegal
not
immigrants. correct.
illegal immigrant children.
Children born to illegal immigrants.
The illegal immigrants that you're referencing are not getting the programs that you're talking about. It would be the children. The children
this
who are
is still a
U.S.
cost of illegal
born. The
immigration.
children who,
This is still a cost
upon
of
their
illegal immigration, by the way.
population, would then get more funding to local areas
Still a cost of illegal
because of
immigrants,
their
by the way.
population increasing.
Still a cost of illegal immigration. by the
I
way.
don't know what that has to do with legal citizens of the United States.
Isn't this entire article talking about cost of illegal immigration?
Can we just go by
Which is-
like
I'm
This
sorry.
entire thing.
Yeah,
is
Hold
talking
on, hold
about-
on, hold on. Chat. Help me out, because I'm a little confused. The argument presented by this individual is that they're a net fiscal drain. But then the large portion of it, admittedly by his own source, is talking about U.S. born children, U.S. citizens of the United States.
To
The
illegal
top of the
immigrants.
article is the cost of
I agree.
illegal immigration. So the U.S. born
illegal
children
immigrants, I
would
agree.
not be included in the number for the cost of illegal immigration based off it's not the parents, the undocumented migrants, who would then be pulling from these resources that they're talking about. Or am I
To the
tripping?
illegal immigrants.
Am I
Children
tripping
of
here?
illegal immigrants.
No,
Children
you're
of illegal
not.
immigrants.
Are y'all following me here?
Strong, yeah.
Children of
Okay.
illegal immigrants.
Just wanted to be sure.
All right. So your whole gripe is the word illegal immigrant. Can you define that for us?
Yeah, people coming in illegally. If you want, I can pull up the statute.
I want you to actually define illegal immigration by how it's defined underneath our DHS.
Do you want me to pull up the federal statute?
I want you to actually define illegal immigration how it's defined by DHS.
Yeah, okay, I'll pull up the exact definition if you want me to. Okay.
Yes, I want you to actually do that.
I also really have been.
If you give me 8 USC 1227, that would be people who are deportable. That's not illegal immigrants.
I just want to point out.
Actually, and I even have the statute actually right in my camera roll, so I'll actually pull up the statute. Give me a second.
Just give me the statute number. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, all good. Really quickly, guys. I don't know. I don't know if y'all just don't fucking like me today. Why are we not at 100,000 likes? What the fuck are we doing in the comments? Like, actually, what the fuck are we doing in the comments? What are y'all doing? Tap the screen. Friendly reminder that this is the Mary Mutual Aid fundraiser. We're trying to raise money for individuals who are in need of aid. We've raised $415 so far, which is fucking huge. Every dollar is going to people who need help, particularly individuals, or as I named earlier, from the Helping Hector section of the server, who had several issues in the last couple of days. So anyone who'd like to donate and support the platform, you may do so. Remember, the donations are not for me today. We did that earlier. The donations are for other people who need help. Check out the links in the bio. I also want to point out that per his source that we are quite literally going through, we didn't rule it out because it's right. We didn't rule it out because it's Republicans, or we didn't rule it out because we didn't like what it said. We are going through every single source, and page after page, we're finding out that it's a load of shit.
No, it's not.
I just want
Well,
to point that part out.
I
Sure,
sent you the rating on both FAIR as well as Center of Immigration Studies, by the way. Both of their ratings.
Gotcha.
You wanted the statute, I have the statute.
Yeah, go ahead. Where are you pulling the statute from, and what is
American Immigration Council.
it? American Immigration Council has the statute of illegal immigration.
Yup.
Okay, give me the article that you're reading from.
Yeah, sure.
Legal immigrants and U.S.-born Americans who have relatively few years of school are also a net fiscal drain on average because they too tend to earn modest wages, make modest tax contributions, and use social services extensively.
I
I don't
guarantee.
even know what the point of that was.
What qualifies and quantifies modest?
I don't. They'll never tell you.
Like, this
They'll never
is...
tell you.
This is actually embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's just wrong.
He's just wrong. And I'm going to just tell you straight up, AmericanImmigrationCouncil.org does not use the terminology illegal immigration because it's actually left
They use the
center.
term illegal entry. You do understand that counts as illegal immigration, right?
Oh, okay. So I asked you for illegal immigrant. I didn't ask you for illegal immigration. I asked you
Yeah, you
for
do
the
understand
definition
that
of an
if you
illegal
come in-
immigrant.
Yeah, if you immigrate into a country illegally.
No. I
that
asked
is
you
illegal, right?
specifically and you obfuscated. I asked you very specifically
They-
what
you
is.
do understand
and
entry
I
counts for
asked you
immigration,
very
right?
specifically what
Entry
is.
counts
and
as
it-
immigration, by the way.
All right, cool. So you couldn't do that, right? So
Entry
the
counts as
definition,
immigration.
the definition that you were actually looking for is called an unauthorized immigrant, not only by law, but also by DHS standards.
So illegal.
Unauthorized immigrant, also known as undocumented or illegal alien, is one without legal standing with the United States. That is the only definition that we recognize for that. Okay?
Yeah,
So
illegal entry counts as illegal immigration, by the way.
what counts is not what is. I need you to understand an action is not what is.
I understand you too much.
Okay, I understand that you don't know that. Now that we got through
From a
that.
person who's spurting the fuck out, I don't think that's an
Now that we've gotten that far. Dude, you have beef with Dean, not with me.
How do I have
You need to chill the fuck out because I've seen your lives, okay? Again, I'm just going to keep
not
throwing
being
shade on you
disrespectful.
because you are actually an absolute bitch boy, okay, at this point.
You're
So,
actually
the
different.
claim
I thought you
here,
were,
the
but
claim
not.
here from your source is illegal immigrant. Are people who are seeking asylum, not been granted, seeking asylum, are they undocumented?
That means they're legal immigrants.
No, they're not.
Asylum seeking is a legal process, isn't it?
But it does not mean that they have a status within the United States.
So I guess they're undocumented then, right?
Manny, you got a flag. You gotta wait a second, Manny. You gotta wait a second. I don't know what more I need to do to get you to. Your source is a load of crap. Do you have another point you want to make, or
Well, I mean, if you're
something
just picking and
to
choosing what you
defend?
selected,
Yeah,
right?
got you. You want to give me something that defends your source, or
What source? I give like 15.
exactly
Which one?
any of them? So far, the big one here, the main one here, is wrong.
How's
Or
it
at
wrong?
least incomplete based off of so many findings. We went over
How
several
is
examples.
Congress.gov? Wait, how is
Stop
Congress.gov?
saying Congress.gov
I'm not going to worry. You notice how
because
they
we
also
literally
quote-
went over what Congress.gov takes you back to, and we've been reading it in detail. But you keep saying Congress.gov.
did-
I don't
did-
know
did-
if you dumb or you fucking stupid
did I
at this
finish?
point. Because I don't know why
Did I
the fuck
finish?
you keep going back to Congress.gov.
Host, can I finish? I didn't get to finish. Okay, good. So yeah, in relation to this, you do understand how they also talk about the National Academy's 2017 fiscal study. Like, scroll down.
And what's in that
See.
one?
Yeah, would you like to see? I thought you were on it, so you should know it, then, right?
Again, I just asked you what's in that one.
You should know it. You were on it, or were you just being selective and picking and choosing what to look at?
There are 10 sections in your source. Which
There's
one are you
15
referencing
pages.
and what's in it? That's
There's
that's
15
the
pages
document.
and
That's the
On the
document
sixth-
again.
On the 6th page,
Oh my
a
God.
2017 study by the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine. So again, look at a 6th page instead of being selective.
A 2017 study by the National Academics of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine projected the lifetime fiscal impact, taxes paid minus services used, of immigrants by education. I'm going to finish reading this, but I just want to elaborate on the fact that this is already wrong if it's basing it off of education of U.S. born children. The estimates are expressed as a net
it's
present
not.
value, NPV. The academics' 2017 study does not report separate estimates for illegal and legal immigrants. Rather, it simply estimates tax payments and expenditures on immigrants based mainly on the CPS annual social and economic supplement, which includes both legal and illegal immigrants. The study's fiscal projections include 8 different scenarios based on different assumptions about things like future spending and tax rates. Future spending, which would be fucking estimates. The 2017 study does not identify which scenario is more likely. I know you didn't go out of your way to cite a study and to cite the page just for me to read it and show how wrong it is.
Yeah, you do understand.
God bless
Again,
you.
And what is linked in this fiscal study? Because it just had a paragraph citing what it says. Where's the actual study?
okay, one. So a couple things. Also, it talks. There's another paragraph below
Hold on,
that.
y'all
as
need to
well.
see this.
Actually, another couple, but either way, yeah, you do understand that there are also several paragraphs below that from this study. But either way, in relation to this specifically, though, again, you do understand education of children from illegal aliens.
I don't give a fuck about your personal opinion of U.S. born children who came from undocumented migrants. The entire argument is based off of undocumented
also
migrants.
your
That's the entire fucking
This is also
argument.
your-
And I want to point out, it seems like every single time we specifically review what you claim, you then say there's others. We've already been through 4. What credibility do you have in this source based off the first 4 that we already went over? Not even the first 4, it's been random. Being wrong as fuck. What reason, what incentive would I have to continue to read this load of shit? In the
Wrong
4
based on
examples that we went over, and I'm sure Erica has more, I'm sure Manny has more. What possible reason do I have to continue going back and forth with you on sources that you yourself did not articulate until you opened it up for the first fucking time ever, probably?
Wrong on your own personal opinion.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I am going over this page after page after page. Because then I went straight to the conclusion, and the conclusions were already wrong as fuck. And if the conclusions are wrong as fuck, I don't really give a fuck about the information provided in it. Then we go to the information provided in it, which again, we had to help him find out what his sources were. And it was
He
wrong.
didn't know what it was.
He didn't. He didn't fucking know. You'd never read this shit before a day in your life. You fucking did. This is the first time you ever opened up these pages, actually. Hell, we can go to page 7 here. This means the physical systematic those with lower levels of education. Oh, let me put it back on the screen. Put it back. Oh, it's still there. Okay. It has these bars. According to this is welfare use. This is the source I'm reading from the bar here. Welfare use by immigrants and the U.S. born. Comparing program use by foreign and U.S. born headed households. Center for Immigration Studies 2023. Cash programs include the EITC, Social Security, SSI, and TANF. Food programs include free and reduced price school meals, WIC and SNAP. How much more do I need to read to y'all? This is inaccurate based off the fact that it's saying to your face, we are including U.S. born individuals. We are including legal immigration. And even... W's in the chat to Nancy for the $10 Venmo. Can't tap. I am... I'm not reading that part, Nancy. If you know, you know. I absolutely do. W's in the chat to Nancy. W's in the chat to Nancy. I appreciate your support. Big W's to you, Nancy. Thank you so much. Oh, my bad. I forgot about you, Manny. W's in the chat to Ryan for the $5... Not another flag. Whatever. W's in the chat to Ryan for the $5
do a
PayPal.
restart. That's a lot of flags at one time.
Yeah, I'm about to. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. Wasn't you. Wasn't you. W in the chat to Ryan. Mandatory witty joke about the holidays, politics, chat, or being NPW. I don't know what NPW means. Hail Hector, and may the whole wheat eggs all be upon you. Thank you, Ryan. W's in the chat to Ryan. W's in the chat to Ryan. W's in the chat to Ragdoll63 for the $25 PayPal. I hope you hit your goal. Merry Christmas. We don't have a goal specifically. That's why I'm just adding up the numbers as we go. We don't have a specific goal. It's just we raise what we can and we distribute it to the people who need it as we can. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. W's in the chat to Ragdoll63. So that's 30, 40 more. That puts us up to $455. We've raised $455, guys, in the time we've been live, that we can go and get to people in need. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Once again, anyone who's confused, the Merry Mutual Aid fundraiser, this is just a fundraiser I'm doing for some people who are posting that they need help. We went over some of the things earlier, house payment to avoid evictions, car issues, medication, so on and so forth. So we're going to go through that section and try to give money to whoever we can to help them, if not completely knock out their goal, at least make it easier on them. Because that's what the fuck this community is for. Big W to you guys if you've donated so far. Anyone else who wants to support that, you may hit up the links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hit those links. You may do so. Again, we don't have a strict goal. We just raise whatever we can. If you are a Trump supporter, we probably do need to restart you. because that was like
Restart.
the third
Yeah,
one.
go ahead, restart.
Okay.
All right. BRB.
We're gonna do a restart because Trump supporters are mad today. So it's literally going to take 10 seconds. In that time, you can go watch my latest 12-second video. It's 12 seconds. Go to my profile, click on the one where I'm staring at my patio door. All right, 12 seconds. By the time you're finished watching that video, liking it, saving it, making a comment even, and coming back, we will be back. And we're going to see what more conversations we can have. I don't... It's infuriating going through their own sources with them. For the first time for them, mind you. People like Manny have done this time and time again. And them now trying to find like some other scapegoat or fail. Or, as you saw, Manny, they'll then try to nitpick this word you said or this thing or that thing. The fact that 2 of his sections mentioned fair, and then he tried to hang on that going, oh, I never said fair. It's in your source. It's stupid. So, yeah, give me a quick follow. Go watch my last video. By the time you're done and come back, we should be back with the restart. Tube side, you're good. You stick around. You stick around right there. You stick around right there. Let me go and press this button. Common ground. These people are infuriating. These people are infuriating. Wannabe debate bros who don't even know their own sources. Goodness gracious. All right. We are back. We are back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Let me make sure I have everything set up good here. That's good. That's good. Perfect. Those of you on the tube side, do me a favor. Make sure you like that stream. Make sure you like that stream. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I do have the link to the mutual aid fundraiser there if you'd like to, or better yet, you may send a super chat. Appreciate every last one of you over on the tube side. Welcome back, TikTokers. Welcome back. Let's see what good old chats we can get going here. Told myself I wasn't going to yell. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome back to the live. Let's see what discussions we can get going. Again, huge W's to everyone who's donated so far. Big W's to people who have helped us raise about 500 that we can go take to some people in need. And hopefully we can raise more. But I appreciate everyone who's donated so far. Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. Do all the good things. Let's get us back out on that algorithm. I'd say we got about roughly maybe an hour left. Maybe an hour left. We'll see what chats we can get going. Maybe an hour left. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Whew. Y'all, this shit isn't easy. This shit is not easy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys, thems, and MAGA, the purpose of this live is to attempt to have civil discourse, attempt to find common ground with Trump supporters. I'm of the firm belief that we have a lot more that brings us together that separates us, even though people want to make me go back on that on a daily basis. Thank you so much, Shauna, for the finger hearts. However, it seems like to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, Trump supporters don't actually care about finding common ground. Trump supporters don't actually seem to care about connecting us. And I'm not saying this because I'm just being a biased dick. I am saying this because it seems like every single time I host this live, every single time I try to have a reasonable conversation with someone, they don't want to actually address the topics. They don't want to actually find something we can agree on. They don't want to actually consider the broad majority of people, and they want to go off of selfish, inaccurate reports of things. Like the fact that we spent so long with that last guest on arguing whether Congress.gov was a source. Anyway, if you're a Trump supporter, request up in the box. You're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on the screen. That's going to be 737-295-5321. In fact, I'll give you guys a leg up. I think we should be able to find common ground in regards to the Epstein files. We should absolutely be able to find common ground in response to the Epstein files. This should be easy. That should be that should be a leg up. Leg up.
Really?
Joe Schmo, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
What do you think we can find common ground on?
Well, I think we have to realize that our nation is under attack from an outside entity who is orchestrating all of the strife that we're seeing. And why do I say there's orchestration? Because there's never any resolve that comes from anything and fairly from either side, we have no answers to resolve problems or see the resolution of problems. And that way, that tells me that it's being orchestrated. Of course, the last thing was this the e-files being released by the DOJ.
What is this outside entity? Because I asked a very specific question, and your ramble has not helped me address what you think we can find common ground on. So you started
You
off
don't have
by
to be
saying,
so salty, sir.
I'm not salty.
But okay.
I'm just talking.
Cool.
So you started off by saying that our nation is being whatever by an outside entity. That is something we can find common ground on if I A, know what the outside entity is, and B, know what their goal is and how it would be a negative for the country. So can you get a bit more specific?
Well, in one instance, they want to destroy or show the fallibility in our government and the people who run it.
What is this outside entity? Who is they?
They was I would say for layman's terms, they are communists. But they're much more than that because it's a religious component to it.
So we should be able, according to you, we should be able to find common ground on communists, an outside entity trying to destroy the fabric of America.
Yeah, we should be able to realize that somebody wants to keep us at each other's throats, separated. I hear, I'm not to ramble, man, and I know you don't like that, but I hear a lot of people speak about civil s'more. But what will be the factions of it? Where will the lines be drawn? Because YT people aren't going to let you harm their kin people or their neighbors because of a political view, and you're a BLK man. So it's a bunch of nonsense. Everybody hates everybody. Nobody trusts the government on either side, and it is part and parcel of a plan. Period.
Got you. Cool. So, what is a communist?
The opposite of someone who's in a democratic republic. They don't own anything. They are part of a system.
I'm gonna ask you again.
And they have to.
What is a communist?
I could look it up, I guess. I suppose.
If you have to look it up, you understand
Yeah.
why your entire argument would fall flat, right?
Why?
Because if these people are destroying the fabric of America, but you can't even articulate what these people are, then you don't know what you're talking
Regardless of
about.
what it is, it's anti-American.
Regardless of what it is,
I
it's
could be off.
anti-American.
I could be off
You
on the
can't say
definition
no.
No?
You can't say regardless of what it is, it's anti-American if you don't know what it is. Because what if what it is the betterment of everyone in this country? Again, I'm not defining communism. I'm not even saying that's what they're about. But I'm saying you can't say regardless of what it is, it's anti-American if you don't know what it's about. So what do you think communists are about?
Total control of a state where nobody owns anything and nobody is particularly special. There is wealth, but it's held amongst people who are part of the government or the government system. There's no free speech. A lot of the things like y'all do, y'all don't want people to speak really. You cloud things with all of these
What's stopping you from
alleged
speaking
facts
right
we
now?
have to go look at and all that shit.
What's stopping you from speaking right now?
You're not stopping me from speaking.
Cool. I'm a full-blown progressive. I'm a lefty. And
But
you're
I
speaking.
have been speaking, and TikTok has taken me down from talking, saying it was misinformation or whatever. Those are the things you have to realize that you're being
TikTok is a
controlled
private
right
entity.
now.
TikTok is
Huh?
a private entity that has rules and terms of service that if you violate, you can be taken off the platform. What does that have to do with communism?
Well, I can say probably the most vile words men can hear on here. But if I say something about a certain type of person or have an alternative fact about something, I will be taken down.
There's
You have to
different
say
flags.
certain words
There's
a
different
certain way.
flags. There would be hate
You-
speech and bullying, which most platforms have. TikTok is more aggressive with actually enforcing it than others, except when it comes to the N-word. That's a separate conversation. Then there would be misinformation specifically that I would say most platforms are pretty good on, or at least the big ones, because that misinformation can lead to harm. That can lead to lawsuits to where the platform would be held liable for the harm that it causes. So you're complaining about a private institution doing what it needs to protect itself, whether I agree with those enforcements or not, because I think a lot of them
You
are
understand
bullshit,
a lot about being
versus
controlled.
not being able to say what you want in public, which there will be nothing stopping you from doing that. And the left definitely doesn't want to stop you from doing that. We just simply acknowledge the fact that there's consequences for it.
You have no problem being controlled.
How am I being controlled?
Well, and I think this app especially leans more towards left ideology. I've seen. Let me tell you this, and I think you're pretty popular on here. But I've seen women that was doing like they're in their bedroom trying out stuff with stuffed animals and things like that have 1,400 viewers. But you have people on here on your lives. You may have 1,000, but I think they give you these viewers probably the more left you lean, and the more radical these guys speak. It's nothing knowledgeable about it. They're giving their viewers. They're making your format for you because that's what they support. And that's just the way it is. That's communism. That's communism. They don't support. They don't do the right lives like that, man. You say the wrong thing, boom, they're gonna bang you. Left, you can say whatever you want to do, especially against somebody who's not agreeing with you. So there you have it.
Before I hand the mic off to someone who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, is a full-blown communist, I just want to say, actually, don't say that, Hector. Let me revise what I'm going to say.
Say what you feel. I got something I want to say.
I want to normalize people who don't know shit about fuck not having a voice.
You know what? You
I
kind of
really
look
do.
like the Grinch.
I'm
If
sure
the
I
color
do.
was changed, or if they
And
hit the
it
hue
will
button,
never
you
cease to
kind of look like the
amaze me
Grinch with that
how
album.
the most
Man, you're not
clueless
smart.
individuals
You're not smart.
love to tout
You're a
around
fucking
the
communist.
biggest loads of nonsense.
You're not smart. You're a
because
communist.
I can tell
Know
you,
that.
Jeff can tell you, several different creators down in the chat can tell you. Us leaning more
And
left.
you're
In
only
many
bubble
cases,
wrap with people
in
who
many
think like
cases,
you.
I'm going to need you to
Stupid.
shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
You shut
Right? So,
Black
what
Grinch.
I find hysterical about the claim that this individual just made is that many of us can tell you that in many cases, the more left we talk on this platform, the less views we get. The more things we say on this issue, on that issue, what we really want to say, we get flagged, we get taken down. So this premise that the algorithm, based off of people doing things to themselves with toys, I don't know what fucking live you've seen there on TikTok about that. This argument that is what's giving us more viewers, and the more left we go, the better we do, as if there are prominent Republican maggot creators with hundreds of people in their lives touting their nonsense, is so fucking stupid. Jeff, have fun.
Maybe you're not likable, Hector.
So first, when we go left, we get more viewers. Now we not likable. Joe, how you doing, Joe? Merry Christmas Eve.
What is it? What is it? Maybe I'm not left enough, Jeff. I'm not left enough, I guess. That's what it is.
Might be.
Might be.
So, Joe, how you doing? Merry Christmas Eve to you. Good, sir.
What's up?
Let's start with question one. Me and my cadre of creators on average, get called the N-word with the hard R about 5 times a day. How you feel
Does
about
that bother you?
It don't bother me one bit, but how you feel about that?
It wouldn't bother me. You know why? Because I couldn't give a squirt of piss who don't like me.
No,
And it's
these
never
aren't
affected my life, to be
these
honest.
aren't people who don't like me. These aren't people who don't like
So
me.
what do you think? You're prominent enough to be tempted to be taken out or something? Come on, man.
No,
You don't
I'm telling you,
take
they don't know me. They can't not like me.
Okay, whatever. They don't like what you say. Definitely.
They can't understand. Like if I told them to spell half the words I say, their brains would short circuit. They're just racist, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They're just racist. But how do you feel about that? Like they say it several times and then they go to another live and they say it again, and TikTok is like, yeah, that's cool.
I think a racist is actually somebody who can hinder you in life.
That's
hold on.
cool. That's running away from my
I think
question.
somebody who verbalizes
Look,
their hatred
all right,
is a
listen,
bigot.
Joe, it's
There's a
Christmas
difference.
Eve. It's Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
Somebody in Tennessee wants to know what you think a racist is. I know that you have no clue, but that's okay. What I asked you is, what do you think about the fact that there are people who can spout off that hard ER in people's faces, and TikTok is apparently cool with it?
A racist restricts you from doing and
I'm just
being
gonna ask
certain
my
places.
question. I'm just gonna ask my question.
And they tell you it's because you're black.
That's cool. Check
That's
it out.
what a
Check it out.
racist does.
Hey,
They
listen.
tell you it's because you're black.
I don't know why you're
Racism
sundowning.
is a white fountain.
Joe, it
only
seems like
and
it
a
seems
black
like
fountain.
it
That's
seems like
racism.
it seems like you're having trouble.
Doing
I'm
what?
gonna
Sir,
give you my
you're
question.
too fat to be smart. You're not
You're
smart.
a chubby chaser. Look, let me tell you.
You're
Around,
not smart.
around my hood,
you think you're smart. You're hood.
Listen, homophobic. Around my hood, if we comment on men's appearance, we say
I bet your mama
pause.
is white.
No, I'm fully black.
Hell no.
Hell no. You see the country come out. Let me ask you a question. How come you can't just say, yo, that's a bad thing that TikTok let the hard ER fly?
I say it how I like to say it, sir.
Well,
I'm my
no, I'm
own
saying
man.
that's cool.
Believe it or not.
So you like caping for white racists. We got that.
Caping?
So I'm a
Caping?
communist. Look, I'm a communist. Philosophically, at least. Right?
You're not really a communist.
And hold on. And you just like throwing it back for white racists.
Look, check this out. You're not a communist. You know why?
No, do you arch your back when you throw it back for white racists? How deep is the arch when you're throwing it back for the white racist dudes saying the N-word with the hard ER that you can't say, yo, that's a bad thing? When somebody talking about leftist stuff and black liberation,
You're not a communist, bro.
you're not smart. You're not smart.
You're not smart. You're
communist.
arrogant.
Spell communist, nigga.
COMMU.
Do you think I'm really asking you to spell
He
communist?
said P.
Country?
He said P. He said COMMUNISP.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yo.
That's not true. I spelled it.
Y'all be playing in my
Of course I
fucking face. Give me a second. Y'all be fucking playing in my goddamn face like I'm not dual streaming this. Like I'm not fucking dual streaming this. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on.
Didn't I spell
I
it?
got it. It's good. It's all good. Give me a second. It's all good.
It's not true. I spelled it.
Y'all be playing in my fucking face. Give me not smart. For the white racist.
Check this out. You're not a communist. You know why?
No, do you arch your back when you throw it back for white racists?
Arch your back is crazy.
How deep is the arch when you throwing it back for the white racist dudes saying the N-word with the not smart? You're not smart.
You're not smart. You're arrogant.
Spell communist, nigga.
COMMU.
Do you think I'm really asking you to spell communist?
I'm gonna play it
He
again.
said P.
Yeah, I spelled it, Grinch.
I'm gonna play it again. I want y'all to
You
listen
didn't hear it.
closely. Let me
You didn't hear
let me
it.
put my mic up.
Of course
Let me
you
put my
did.
mic. Shut the fuck up. Let me put my mic.
Get your
Mods
thumb
keep
out
it
your
muted.
head.
Nigga, I don't know what your obsession is with thumbs up
nigga.
asses and what
Black
people got
man,
wearing and
fuck
stuff,
you.
bro.
I don't
Listen,
like you.
there are places for you. There are glory holes for you where you can have all the thumbs up your shit. Let's focus on the goddamn topic, weird ass nigga. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and
you
replay
and the
this.
latte
I'm gonna
Kool-Aid
politely
man.
ask. I love my lattes, bitch. I'm gonna politely
Yeah.
ask my mods to keep this motherfucking
made like the
muted
Kool-Aid
as I
man.
play
He
this
put latte in
one
his
more
Kool-Aid.
time. I want you guys to hear clearly what he said. Let's do this again. Cool, great.
You did
Listen
apologize.
closely.
Smart. You
You're
not
not.
smart.
You're not
Spell-
smart.
spell
You're
communist.
arrogant.
Spell communist, nigga.
COMMU.
Do you think I'm really asking you to spell
ISP. You said I'm sorry. I'm screaming in y'all's ear. You said ISP, stupid
So
nigga.
you think I said it's
You said
communist?
ISP, stupid nigga.
That's what you
I just
said.
played it back
Cut it
twice.
out. You're too arrogant.
I'm
for
so sorry that you're in.
You're so pretentious.
I
you
am
don't like
so sorry that you don't know how to spell. But we got this
Cut it
in
out.
1080p, 60 frames per second, stupid nigga.
niggas-
You
you
spelled
niggas
it
are- shut up.
COMMUINISP. That's what you said. Now, if you would like to say that you
spelled
said the
it
wrong,
correctly.
if you like to say you just didn't pronounce it right and you meant T, I will take
That's
that
not a
argument.
hard word.
I will take that argument. If you said you just mispronounced T, I will take that argument. But I know what the fuck I just heard. All 220, actually, there's more people on YouTube too. Okay, about 250 of people in here know exactly what the fuck they just heard. So would you like to say you mispronounced T?
That's
I got it now, Shauna. Thank you. Would you like to say that you mispronounced T?
since this is your live. Why don't you say it? I spelled it correctly. That's not a hard word. Are you kidding me?
It's not a hard word, but not only could you
It's
not
not.
define it, but you couldn't fucking spell it.
Wait, he couldn't define it?
He could not
Pass that?
define it.
Do you know
I
what's up
said,
with elephants'
I said,
nose?
hey Jeff, I said, what is a communist? Because here's what he came up here. I said, what do you think we can find common ground on? We'll give Jeff the rundown. W's in the chat to Jeff. Make sure we're taking care of Jeff while he's up here. All right. I asked him, what do you think we can find common ground on? And he said, a foreign entity that is trying to basically destroy the fabric of the American culture, right? Whatever the fuck. Something along those
You
lines.
put that
That's what he
well.
said.
Thank you.
No problem. That's what he said. And I said, went on some other ramble. I said, okay, let's go back. What is this foreign entity? He went on another ramble. I said, my guy, I'm going to get real specific. What is this foreign entity that you're talking about? Homeboy said communist. So, Jeff, I'm going to ask you 3 questions real quick before I pass it off to you. 1, is communism exclusive to foreign entities and other countries?
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 2. Do we have U.S. born communists?
Yeah.
Great. Question number 3. I actually don't give a fuck about question number 3. Take it away, Jeff.
All right. So, what is American culture? This I want to know. A prophecy. We're gonna get back to caping for white racists in a second. What's American culture?
Conservatism.
Yeah. What is that? What does that look like?
It looks like freedom of speech, freedom of religion. We follow the Constitution, and we live our lives. We're able to work and move ahead in life.
The Constitution.
Yeah.
What do you like about the Constitution?
It protects everyone.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
You think so?
And I want to tell you, you're not a communist if you don't live under communist rules, sir.
Oh.
You're playing.
Okay.
You're in a fantasy football league of life. You're not
Yeah,
a communist.
I don't
You're
know
a
what.
dick. Just
Yo,
know that.
What is it with you and phallic symbols, bro? Like, you're gonna have to say one pause.
I'm not of the
We-
alternative
we-
lifestyle like you and this man
we
here.
gonna need to
That's
hear
for sure.
one
I
no
already
Diddy.
know about y'all. I already
We
know
gonna
about you, man.
we gonna need to hear one no Robert, one no like something.
Man, I'm laying on side a beautiful woman right now. What you doing?
I've been married 16 years, so mazel tov to
Where
both
she
of us.
at?
But is she hearing?
No,
you?
no, no,
Is
no.
she
Oh, no,
hearing
no,
you?
no. 1 second, Jeff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jeff. 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah.
Where's yours at?
Right here. Say something, man.
Hello, ma'am. How you doing today?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing all right. I got a serious question for you, okay? And don't let this nigga mute you or nothing. You have a voice here, okay? Can you explain to me why he thought it was a good idea to come up on this panel and tout nonsense up to me when he has a beautiful woman right beside him that he should be spending time with?
It turns on.
Nah, nigga, I didn't ask you nothing. I asked for her. Don't mute her. Don't mute her. Let this woman speak. She has a voice here.
Yeah, like, go get your part.
Ma'am, did you hear me?
Where he at?
Nah, nigga, shut up. Don't overtalk her.
Where he at?
You misogynist pig. Don't overtalk her. Ma'am,
Where he at?
did you hear my question?
You got the big deal over.
Ma'am, did you hear my question?
She heard you say listen, she
Where'd she
trusts and
go?
believe
Where'd she
everything I
go?
say, man. We've
How
been
about
together
you
a
shut
long
the
time.
fuck up and let her answer?
Yeah, but
Where's
you
she
can't
at?
talk to me like that, man. Cut it out.
Where's she at?
She right here.
She can't get a word out because you don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man. You know I'm over here whooping her ass, right? Of course, that's what you alluding to. What an idiot you are.
Who the fuck
Meanwhile,
said
some nigga beating your ass.
Sir, I never said you was whooping anybody's ass. That may have been a Freudian slip.
Meanwhile, some
You
nigga
probably
beating
should
your
work on
ass.
that. You should probably work
Figure
on
that
that.
out. Smooth booty ass.
Ma'am, I don't know. I know it's difficult for you to speak because this man doesn't like to let you speak, and that's why you can't shut
Listen,
the
man,
fuck
you
up.
don't know how to
But I
treat
do.
a
I just want
woman.
to let you know something, ma'am. You is kind. You is smart, and you is important, okay? And quite frankly, I don't know who you are,
That's funny.
what
That
your
was good.
political leanings are, but what I
That
do
was
know
good.
is that you can do better than this stupid ass nigga before you.
Yeah,
because
man.
I think that you should be spending time with someone who values you, he values your presence, and he values your voice, which this man clearly doesn't believe because he won't
Is
even
that
let
how
you
your man
fucking
does you?
talk. He wouldn't even let you fucking talk. So
gonna have a good
I think,
Christmas
ma'am,
when he get the
going
mistletoe out
into
his booty.
shut the fuck up. I think going into 2026, ma'am, your New Year's resolution should be finding a new nigga who appreciates you. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm not gonna put you on the spot anymore. Even if I did, he won't allow you to speak. I'm gonna get back to him. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Back to you, stupid nigga.
You know when you
I'm gonna
put
tell
that
you
hat
something,
on,
Hector.
you look like
Shut
the
up,
Grinch
Joe.
who did time.
Hector, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been married a long time.
You look like the
right?
Grinch who got 10.
Joe, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. I've been married a long time, right?
Yeah.
I never once said the phrase "smooth booty ass nigga" in front of my wife
Well,
ever in my life.
because
That not happen. That did not happen.
you're not of that ilk.
You right. You right. Not a like. Listen, just out of curiosity, when people come over your house, do you have a banister on the side for the slipping? Like, so
What?
they don't fall?
What?
Do you have a banister on the side of your front door so niggas
Man,
don't
your
fall?
fat ass got a jello jacuzzi. Fat motherfucker.
A Jell-O
Don't start that shit, man.
jacuzzi?
How you know his
I'll
ass
take
fat?
the shit at you.
How you know his
Don't
ass
do
fat?
it. You can't take it.
This is a
You can't
freaky
take it.
ass nigga.
How you
You
know
can't
his ass
take
fat? Why are you concerned about how fat his ass is? Ma'am, does he talk to you like this? This man out here worried about other man's asses and the cheekage. That's
You can
crazy.
see him. Man, that nigga got on some
That's
Lee
crazy.
jeans right now.
That is nuts.
Diabolical.
Big back pocket having motherfucker.
Woo.
Everything is yo. Listen, Joe. I know why you mad.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not mad.
On my side of the aisle, we're accepting. If you live your truth, she gonna be mad for a few years. She gonna be mad when she finds out. She'll be mad for a few years.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we not gonna shame you. You could live your truth over here.
Is that what you doing?
Yeah, I always live my truth.
Yeah, because I know one thing. You've been cheating with Betty Crocker.
Listen, I'm not the one that's talking about niggas' asses and
You putting it
and
in a certain
fantasizing
way.
about thumbs.
I meant
on
every
a
word I
live in
said
front
in a
of 240
derogatory way.
souls.
I ain't studying what you talking about. I got kids and everything else.
Look, I get it. I know what a beard is, but I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm not the one that's like showing off how glass my closet is.
Whatever. You feel how you feel.
Clean that motherfucker with some
Tell
Windex or spray
tell the truth.
weight.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You use your bidet when you know how to poop, right?
W's
Oh,
in the
but
chat. W's in the chat.
Nah, bro.
Tell the
bro.
truth. It's okay, man.
And you can't use one. You got
Shut up. W's in the chat to Ruth for the $5 PayPal. Help for the needy. Wish it could be more. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's a cent. It's more than I had before. Thank you so much for your donation, Ruth. W's in the chat to Ruth. W's in the chat to Ruth. Appreciate your support. And big W's in the chat to Gucci for $5 Venmo. Deep breaths, Hector. It's easier said than done. W's in the chat to Ruth. W's in the chat to Gucci. Appreciate your support, guys. This puts us up 10 more in our goal. Once again, this is a mutual aid fund that we're trying to raise to help people with some Christmas woes. Thank you to everyone who's donated so far. The best ways to support that mission is going to be the links in the bio. Everything donated will be going towards them. Cash App and PayPal and Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's, or the PayPal Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the Tube side, in the pinned comment, you should see those links available, or you may send a super chat. But the super chat, I won't be able to get it directly to the people who need it tonight. So try to avoid that unless you just want to directly support me, which is fine. Back to you, weird ass nigga. Why are you so
Joe,
obsessed with
quick
what
question.
men do?
No, real
I'm
quick
not
question,
really.
Joe. Joe,
Listen,
hold on.
here's
Quick
the thing.
question.
If I was like
Joe,
that,
just
I
quick
could
question.
say
While we
it if I
talking about
was.
food, I'm fat. I want to talk about food. Last
Okay,
time you
good.
made a hot dog before you ate it, did you spit on it first?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's nuts.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's diabolical.
Nick, what you mean you don't know?
I don't know, man. This cat here,
You
he's a
Hey,
you did
hey,
a
Jeff.
hot tour on
he's
the
a big
ketchup.
fluffy one.
Hey, Jeff.
A fluffy one. Yo, why don't you just look? I know you're gonna be in my DMs later. I'm telling
Now, I
you,
don't like
I'm already
fat
married.
dudes, bro.
I'm good.
In
I know
life.
you want to lay your head on my chest, but
For
it's not
what?
gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna let
I
you
like
down
real
in
titties.
front of all these people.
I
In
like
front of all these
organic
people.
titties, not one made by fat eating bad.
What the fuck do you think titties are?
Titties over here. I got some real titties over here, and your titties look like they'll be musty.
Here's
I'm
a
just being
guy
honest.
who don't know how titties
I'm sorry.
look.
Jeff. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the average
That's
straight
weird
dude,
as fuck.
the average straight dude wouldn't even be entertaining whether your titties are organic or not. I feel like the average straight dude wouldn't be even talking about if they musty or not because he wouldn't fucking care. I feel like this man made this conversation real fucking homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And we're trying to simply talk
See what
about
I'm
communists. That's the part that I find crazy. I asked you about common ground. I asked you about communism. I asked you about the threat, the foreign threat to the U.S., to the Constitution. And yo ass brought up thumbs up asses and man titties and everything else. This conversation got
confident in
real
my
fucking
masculinity.
gay and it's your fault. I just
I'm
think that's
confident
crazy.
in my masculinity. My thing is, why
Apparently
you jumping up
not.
and down like you,
Apparently not. I'll
choir
tell you how I know you gay as fuck. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Over on our side of the aisle, we love gay people. We accept gay people. I want people to live their best life and their truth no matter who you're attracted to. But here's
Is
what's
that why
crazy
you got
about this
that booty
conversation.
beard?
You got a whole ass woman right beside you. I spoke to her. I heard her in my ears. And you are up here arguing with two niggas about their titties.
I'm having fun.
You are the gayest motherfucker I've encountered in weeks.
I'm having fun. No, that beard
In
is
weeks,
gay.
bro. In weeks.
Hector. Face at this point more than he knows his woman's, and he's having fun.
That
This is
Abraham
fun.
Lincoln beard you got going on, that motherfucker fucked up. For real.
Yo,
But anyway,
he could pick you out
and
of
then
a
you got
lineup
Big Boy
blind.
over here. Man, his wife somewhere with Santa. With his fat ass. Ain't no woman.
Got him.
Ain't no woman
His
over there.
wife's over there
Ain't
with
no
Santa.
woman over there.
Got
Get
him.
on the computer. Ain't no woman over there.
I thought-
Where his woman at?
I think he like him bigger, Jeff.
Mine in here cooking.
He
I
do.
do. I love a BBW.
And you like him hairy, don't you? That's why you pointed out my beard.
No, I don't like him hair.
Every single thing you call out is a shit you like at this point.
That
nigga.
shit look like you got a squirrel on your chin.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly
What
how
it
you
look
like it.
like.
You like it.
But, I mean, it's
you
cool.
like it when it tickles your tip, don't
It's
you?
cool.
You
Hey,
like it
entertaining
when
me
it
for
tickles your tip.
Christmas.
I bet you do.
You entertaining me for Christmas. I appreciate you letting me up. You ain't got shit to do. That's why I'm up here. You bored. Fuck it. Let's laugh. Hell, I ain't mad.
Nigga, I ain't got a woman beside me. Apparently you do. I guess, actually, let me not say that.
Man, you ain't
Let me
got no
correct
woman?
myself. Listen, man, all I know is, you gay as hell for ignoring that woman to come up here and do this bullshit.
No, man, I ain't ignoring her.
You gay as hell, bro.
Ain't but so much she can take.
You know, that's why she stopped talking. She realized I was right. She realized that I
called
was right.
satisfaction.
She said, "Damn, Hector, I never thought about that before." Ma'am,
That's called being
listen,
satisfied.
ma'am, what state you in, bro?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. All right.
Yeah.
Tell your woman to move to Texas. She can do better.
Man, what the hell?
Tell your woman to move to Texas. She can do better.
Hey, buddy, I don't chase them. I
It,
replace
it may be me. I like them older. It just may be me. Somebody got to
might
treat her
be-
right.
It might be you. You have to have a strong back. It might. You have to have a strong back to take my
Yo.
place.
Hey, yo.
Hector been drinking. That's what the fuck.
Yo, Mr. Eggplant Parmesan over here talking shit.
Man,
don't
everything
understand
about
this.
you is food, isn't it?
I do not. Yeah, yo, I could roast you
Nah,
any
see what
topic.
I'm saying? Now you talking about roast. God.
Yeah. I could roast you on, and I could cook you on any topic. But listen,
Man, if you can't
let's
get your
go back.
blood
Look,
pressure together, ain't no
let's
sense in
go
trying to
back to
date
the
me.
let's go back to the topic so that you're not like sweating no more.
Y'all crazy.
So you look. Let's stop you from having hot flashes and go back to the topic. All right,
I play.
because you don't like men's no more. I get it.
Man,
I want you to tell me what you think communism is.
well, I think it's a form of government where people don't have the freedom of speech and, some other things. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
exactly all of the fundamentals.
that's not true. That's not true.
Okay,
But
it's
that's
not.
but okay. Look, that would be capitalism. Like we don't have this freedom of speech here.
What? Capitalism is about earning money, isn't it?
No, capitalism is about exploitation and coercion. But the question is, and in either case, freedom of speech is not exclusive to one or the other. That's irrelevant. What is the economic system under communism called? Let's get real academic. Let's get real smart. Since I'm
And
unintelligent,
I'd be lying if I told you I knew. I'm not
I
even
like
gonna
that
go
answer.
there.
I like that answer. That would be called socialism. Do you know what socialism is?
Yes, I know some examples of it.
All right, cool.
But the direct definition, no, I don't know.
Socialism is a system of economics where the means of production are owned by the working class. Do you work for a living, Joe?
Absolutely.
40 hours a week?
Or more.
For a company, or you own your own company?
For myself. I'm a painting contractor.
You're a painting contractor. Dope, dope. Do you ever have to compete with bigger corporations?
Not really. No.
No.
Not really.
So you live in a small town?
Well, it's not that. It's just that my range of motion is not, large buildings or shit like that. So it's pretty simple. You know what I mean? It didn't require a lot of employees or things like that.
It's giving retired and you do this as like for extra dough on the side.
No, not at all. It's just, it's not major like that. I don't have, 25, 30 people working for me, nothing like that. It's simple. Go ahead.
Why don't you have 25 or 30 people working?
Because I don't want to.
No, but why don't you want to?
Too much headache, man.
Too much of a headache.
People are hard to find that are quality workers in that field because it's about a form of expertise. It's just not filling in a space. It's about ability and talent.
What stops people from having the ability to do your job?
Training, lack of training.
Lack of training. Is it because it's too expensive?
I wouldn't say it's expensive at all. Most people, I learned from someone else for free on the job training. I think that's the way most people learn.
Oh, so then why ain't they doing it?
I don't know, man. People are lazy. When I learned how to paint, I wasn't even supposed to paint. I owned a van, and the guy that had the painting company's van broke, and I basically picked up his workers and the paint and stuff. And then I went in and started painting. Now, 20 years later, I think he had 12, 15 guys. I'm the only one that is a painter. And they were all painters before me.
Look, you live in Mississippi. I know you don't believe that. The average person in Mississippi doesn't miss a sunrise or a sunset. They work cover to cover. So that's not the reason, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like, you don't know nobody that's like sleeping all day in Mississippi, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but I think that, you can meet
most of the people you know got full-time jobs.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, so why ain't they painting?
I wouldn't know. Maybe it's not their interest. I do love to do what I do. That makes a difference.
Okay. Do you think it might be because they don't get paid enough to do it?
I wasn't getting paid enough. When the first house I painted on my own, I did it for $400, and I'm talking about a 1,300 square foot house. Mm-hmm. Trim, ceiling, walls. I was being made a fool of. But
how much did the client pay for that?
Shit, I would imagine they paid about $3,500 for the house. It was small houses, but I didn't know any better. You know what I mean? So, once the demand came, and I went to other people who told me what they pay, and it was a big difference. That ended that.
Dope. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
What you just described is the reason why socialism is better than capitalism.
Hmm.
I want you to think about that for a second. I'm gonna put it this way: for somebody who works for a company hourly, if I was to give them two doors, in door number one is the money they make weekly, and behind door number two is their share of the profits of the company if it was divided equally. Which door do you think everybody would pick?
Of course, they want the equal division.
Dope. And do you think people work and add value to the company that they work for?
Man, that still would be up in the air. But
So you don't think people's labor is worthwhile to the company? It has a
some
value.
some some people's labor is worth that.
What gives
I mean
what gives labor?
that gets differentiated by a few things. You know,
Mhm.
their work ethic and their ability and their you have to be able to compete. I think when you're doing jobs for people, and I think
Yeah, I don't
I
think
think your price makes you
competing.
competitive, but your ability does too. You know, some people will pay you anything if they want you, and
Yeah,
some people don't want to pay anybody anything. So I don't know.
yeah, I don't think competing is what makes it the best thing. I think collaboration is, because when you compete, like if me and Hector are competing for a job, I have an incentive to cut his legs out from under him. But if we're working together, we're lifting each other up, right? We're helping each other out.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so, like, if you divide stuff equitably, like, sure, some people do better than others, but it's easier to move a car with 10 of us than with just one of us, right?
absolutely.
And if everybody gets paid what the value that they're putting in, they can eat and have a house and do all the regular stuff. They can have health care and live a good life, right?
Yes.
Do you think that's important for people to live and eat and have a good life and enjoy like some time to themselves as opposed to working sunrise to sunset and then dying at 75, 10 years after they retire?
Well, I worked 7 days a week for probably 4 years. My kids didn't know me. But anyway, you have
Yeah,
to do what you have to do to succeed here in America.
I
Like I said,
see.
we're not under a communistic system.
I get it.
This is capitalism.
I get it.
And
But
if
if
you
we
can't,
were,
and if you simply can't attack your work, you're out of the loop. I'm going to
I
tell
get
you
that.
that right now.
But
If you're not
if you had,
willing to do
hold
more
on,
than the next person, you're out of the loop. I'm telling you
just
that.
real quick, if you had a choice of getting paid what you're worth and getting made a fool of, like you said, which would
Yeah.
you do?
Well, you have to work to that. Now, here's the thing about work. Worth is what I feel. Value is what other people pay me. That's
No,
the
that's
difference.
not true.
Absolutely. Your
No,
value is what you earn
no,
it. Yeah, that's a fact.
value is not a subjective
I'm
thing.
worth a lot, but I
Listen,
have done things for damn near
you're,
free
you're
just to help
look,
somebody.
you're just subjectively wrong.
Okay.
Value is something you can calculate. Like if
Right.
you give me a piece of metal that's worth $10 and I start working on it, whether with a machine or otherwise, and I turn it into a thing that's worth $100, that's easy. That's
Mhm.
just math. That's not even an opinion. That's just counting.
Okay. I got you.
But what a company does is they take that 90, they give me a $10 bill, say be happy with that motherfucker, and then they take the rest and go and buy a yacht. And you're saying, "Yo, that's cool. Work up to being able to eat." You don't really believe that, Joe, right?
Hey, man, that's the way it is.
But you
I'll
don't
tell
but
you a stark example of how reality is with money and business,
mhm.
and that's the record industry.
You can hold for a second. W's in the chat to Dean for the $10 Venmo fundraiser. Keep holding Joe accountable. There is no holding this nigga accountable. He got a beautiful woman next to us, but we want to talk about our titties. W's to you. W's in the chat to Ryan for the additional $5 PayPal. This is Taro again. Thank you. Oh, God damn it. Thank you, Taro. W's in the chat to Taro. W's in the chat to Taro. W's in the chat to Tiffany for the $5 Cash App. Hope this helps. It absolutely does. Thank you so much, Tiffany. W's in the W titties is crazy. W's in the chat to Tiffany. And big. There are 227 people in the live here. I'm gonna need to see at least 75 of you, minimum 75 of you. To big W's in the chat to Shauna for the $75 donation on Venmo.
Big W.
$75 donation on Venmo. And I would just say, yes, Shada. Yes. Big W's in the chat to the donators. That puts us math. What was that? 4 I went over? 10, 15, 20, 95. Perfect. 70. 560. W's. That puts us up to 560 for the mutual aid fundraiser. 560 for the mutual aid fundraiser. Once again, we do not have a clear goal. We're just raising as much as we can. And by tonight, we will be donating that money to several individuals in the Helping Hector section to help them along their struggles. Big fucking W's to every single person who's donated so far. And if you're unable to donate, please understand that that is okay. Times are tough. It's the Christmas season. You have to buy gifts. Maybe you just don't have it. That's perfectly fine. You being here, tapping the screen, sharing a live, sending your heart me's, engaging, all of that helps just as much. But those of you who can support this fundraiser, you may hit up the links in the bio. We have the 3 platforms, Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. Please also make sure we're taking care of Jeff as well. Take care of Jeff as well. I know he's a communist, but money still helps him. Take care of Jeff as well. And if you're over on the Tube side, you may hit up the links that I have pinned in the message there, or you may send a super chat. Speaking of super chats, I may have missed some. W's in the chat to Taro for the $5 super chat. Apologies, easy mistake. Yes, it's spelled R-Y-A-N, but it's pronounced Taro. What? I don't know how that works. We'll handle that in the Discord. W's to you, Taro. And W's in the chat to Taro again for the $2. Arya's mod by now, right? Blink, was that a wink? Is Arya a mod? She should be a mod. Where is she at? Arya, say something. I'll mod you over here. W's in the chat to the Tube Super Chats. Thank you guys so much. Jeff, carry on.
Just so you know, there is already a profile in your chat with the name Communist with a P.
You're fucking lying. No, you're lying.
Yeah, it's in the list. Joe, are you familiar with the March on Washington?
Somewhat.
All right, listen. I'm going to tell you something. Not all black people went. There was a ton of them, but not all black people went, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wanted a cast that stayed home, and that's okay. There's always not getting on the bus niggas, right? There's always going to be not getting on the bus niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't want you to do, Joe, is get in the way of the bus. You feel me?
So what bus are you, what is the bus that you want to move?
Any effort for the liberation of marginalized people. If you want to stay home and just watch and be like, I pine for the day that people stop making a fool of me, yo, that's cool. Stay home, look out your window, and hope for that day where we shall overcome.
I get it the realest way it is. I outlived it. You have to outlive that.
I get it. Look, we all doing day-to-day shit, and it is the way it is what ain't on the bus niggas say. It is the way it is what not Underground Railroad niggas say. That's what those, you one of them. That's cool.
Who do you serve besides yourself? Who are you serving?
My community.
Who are you serving? How are you serving?
Look, don't worry. Listen, right now
By
you
thinking
asking.
You're smart.
No, hold on. Right now you asking Fed questions.
How?
I don't answer questions that could be played back in court later. Don't worry about that.
They gotta do is
all I know, Joe,
stake out of McDonald's. They don't know where you at.
That's fine. But you a stay-at-home nigga. You not built for it.
That's absolutely not true.
Look, okay, cool.
Believe what you want to believe.
So you are for liberation of black people.
I have liberated black people. I've done more than being for it, sir.
Okay, so what do you think liberation means?
Giving them an opportunity.
That's not liberation. That's just staying in the system.
Okay.
Look, I'm telling you. Believe me when I tell you this. They're like literally revolutionaries, celebrities that are revolutionaries, people whose names you know will tell you you are a stay-at-home nigga, and they'll tell you that's okay. That's okay. I'm not even knocking you for it. What I'm asking you to do though is, if you know that it's better the other way, stay at home and say it is the way it is, but stop getting in front of the bus. Stop going into lives talking about people ain't intelligent and pushing this anti-black propaganda. Stop going into
Anti-black.
spaces. Yeah, straight up.
So you're
Stop going into
pro-black?
spaces. I'm super pro-black, but that's
Cut it
irrelevant.
out, man. Cut
That's
it out.
irrelevant. Listen,
You're
2 seconds
defining who
ago,
you are.
2
The
seconds
world really
ago,
defines who you are, sir.
watch this. I don't even know who's in here, but I know my peoples is in here. Put a 1 in the chat if Jeff is pro-black.
They like this is your live. These people
Yeah,
are
and
your
it's black
ilk.
people about to hit 1.
Man, black people.
It's black people about to
Black
hit
people
1,
don't
Joe.
have leadership, and you're
Black
definitely
people
not
don't have.
one
See
of the
this? See
leaders.
this anti-black shit?
No,
You see
who
that,
are
guys?
who are the black leaders?
So
You?
here's the funny part. No, I'm not
Oh,
a
you're a
black leader.
Jasmine Crockett
Listen,
fan, right?
that's
I got
fine.
you.
That's fine. No, I'm not. But
Cut it
listen,
out.
listen, Joe. I want you to realize that in our conversation, you were real quick to poo-poo the shit that I'm trying to do for the community, but you could not bring yourself to say that it was bad for white bros to hit the hard ER. That's
I'm
something you're
talking
gonna
to
have to. I don't give a fuck about that.
I
That's something
couldn't
you're
care
gonna have
less
to
about
unpack
the
for yourself.
ER. All my favorite
Yeah, that's fine.
songs
That's
got
fine.
ER
You
in.
don't care about anti-black stuff.
Cut it
And
out.
like I said,
all of my favorite
and
songs
like I
got the hard
said,
ER.
and like I said, you got to arched back for white
Cut
supremacy.
it out, man. What
But
you got?
what I'm saying is,
What do you
stay
have?
your ass at home, bro. That's it.
Listen,
All you
you
gotta
stay
do
out of
is
the
listen. Listen. Stay
and
your.
I'll stay home.
That's fine. You are a chubby
You stay
chaser,
out
and
of
we
the
get
kitchen.
it.
I'm not a
And
chubby chaser.
when you see a chubby
You're
dude,
not chubby.
you start
You're
sweating.
obese.
Yeah, when you see
You're obese. You're not chubby.
when you see a fluffy motherfucker, you start sweating and your hands start shaking. That got
what
nothing
it
to do
is?
with being pro-black.
That's why he's
All
still
right?
here.
All right, bitch ass
That's
nigga.
why
That
he's
has
still here.
nothing to do with being
Man, I'll
pro-black.
make you a
What it
cuckold in
has to
front of
you make me what?
cuckold you in front of your old lady. With your old lady, bro.
You make me what?
You can't do nothing, fatty.
You're right. What'd you say
can't
you
do
were gonna
nothing,
make me
fatty.
do?
Your back weak.
What'd you say you were gonna make me do? Not in the closet?
I turn you into a cuckold.
Yeah, not in the closet. All right, cool. That's right. You like when men watch, right?
Oh,
Diddy?
you really like it when the
You like when
You don't
other
have
men
to
watch.
watch
you
do shit,
really
right?
like it
comes
when the
back,
big
she
titty
won't. Look,
boys
I
watch,
told
huh?
You ain't
People
gotta
slip.
watch.
You-
but she
When
gonna,
I told
she
you
gonna
people
confess
slip
when
when they
she
walk
gonna-
in your house.
Everybody
that's
hold
'cause
on
of
for
the
a second.
baby
Everybody
oil,
hold on
Sean
for a second.
Combs.
Everybody hold on for a second. Everybody hold on for a second because we just be fucking degenerates at this point. Tracy, are you there? Tracy, are you there? I don't think Tracy meant to come up. Tracy, if you meant to come up, come on right back. So weird ass nigga. So you like watching big titty niggas get cucked? Is that what you like?
No.
Is that what you
no.
like?
I say I'll make him out of cup.
Oh yeah, I bet you. I bet
Yeah.
you would.
Uh-huh.
I bet you would. You making
Yeah.
eye contact with him on every stroke, wouldn't you?
I don't. No.
Look back and wink with a
No,
smile on
man.
his face.
I bet he does.
Hey, Joe, can you do me a favor?
Why would I be? Why
Joe,
would I
hold on,
want
hold on. Do me a favor.
interracial
Do me a
Shrek?
favor. Can you say take
fuck
that,
outta
take that, take that?
Why would I want an interracial Shrek?
Listen, can you say take that, take that, take that?
Can you say 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese?
You know it. You know the song. So you go there too. Listen. How about take hits from the 80s? Yeah,
You
yeah.
got married at McDonald's.
That would have been smart. But listen, can you say take hits from the
Would have
80s?
been cheaper.
No, I listen. I've had enough fun for tonight. I appreciate
Say
y'all letting me up.
there's a
Hey,
there's a
let me just say
bag
this.
full of money that I
Ain't
get
no
my
hard
ass
feelings.
on.
Hey, you a funny guy, man.
Bro
I
just
mean,
said it.
I have no hard feelings
Bro
about what
just
you
said it. He said I had enough fun for the night. Man came up
Yeah,
here.
I mean, it's-
Man came up here to have fun with 2 niggas over his woman. Let me tell you something.
On a
Let me on a holiday, dog. Holiday
Hey,
Eve.
man, turn your.
I'm gonna tell you
Hey,
right now,
If y'all can adjust the
ma'am.
color
If
on
you
your
can hear
television,
me, ma'am. If you can hear
Hector
me,
looks just
I
like the
promise you. I promise you, ma'am. You can do better than this. I know it's rough in Mississippi, but I promise you, you can do better than this.
Hector, you're wasting your time, sir.
Shut your ass up, bro. W's in the chat to Taylor for the $5 Venmo for the fundraiser. Thank you for everything you do, Hector. Merry Christmas. I've done nothing today. This has just been fucking degeneracy, okay? I ain't done shit today. I guess I kind of cooked the first guy, but I had help. Thank you so much, Erica. Thank you, Manny. W's in the chat to Taylor. W's in the chat to Taylor. Appreciate your support. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Yeah, somebody say he finished. He finishes. Oh, I'm weak. Holy shit. Oh, man.
Shit. He said,
my
he said
fucking God.
I got my rocks off. I'm good now. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Like, guys, I need out. I'm not even joking. You think on Christmas fucking Eve that I would be on a panel arguing with two niggas about this shit? If I had a woman beside me, I'm single. Okay? I'm doing this shit because I wanted to host this fun. I mean, even if I had a partner, I still would have hosted this live today. But that's a part of the whole thing, right? And she would have respected that. She probably would have made an appearance. But I don't know. It's crazy to me because I do this shit. He doesn't do this shit. I do this shit. This is a job on top of a community thing that I do. He doesn't. I could not imagine on Christmas Eve spending time doing that shit with a woman right beside me. That's fucking insane. That's actually insane. Whew.
There's a rule I have. Look, if you securing your ish, like me, I could tell you, I be taking glizzies to the head with ketchup and mustard and onions and all this shit. And I say no pause right after that. Right? I could say that. Dudes like Joe cannot say that. You cannot come up, be homophobic, like outwardly homophobic, and be talking about smooth asses on niggas and shit. You cannot do that. That's a no-go.
I was just going to say, I am very confident in my masculinity. I don't give a shit. The worst thing you can possibly try to do is out-gay me. The worst possible thing you can try to do is out-gay me, bro. You can't out-gay me. Listen. I'll be like, keep talking shit. I'll put you on your knees right now and make you beg for a slurp, and then I'll give you some in return. You can't out-gay me, bro. You can't do it. I don't give a shit.
Had no pause, but this man spent all this time ignoring his woman and munching man pelvis is nuts. I don't understand it.
Munching man pelvis is diabolical.
I don't get it. And all of this is, look, in a way I feel sorry for Joe because this is something that was done to him. I'm going to let anybody in the LGBTQ community speak for it because they're way better at this than I am. But I'm pretty confident that they'll tell you that closet is like transparent, right? And I think he should be free to come up out that closet and live his truth. For real. But he can't. He gotta be like, all them thoughts that's in his head, he gotta run from them and scream at them while he's saying the thing.
Hey, Jeff.
Crazy work.
What if his lady, what if his partner let him do this to help him come out?
It's possible. It could be a cry for help.
What if she's trying to make him more comfortable with the dynamic that she's seeking? The bro said he would like to cuck you.
It could be. It could be. Look, if you're still listening, ma'am, just watch that documentary that Fitty put out. And look at, when the third episode comes up, just look at your man's face, and that's all you need to know. When dude with the glasses comes on the screen in that third episode of that joint, don't look at the dude on the screen. Look at your man's face, and that will tell you all you need to know. If he makes one of these sounds, then you know you on the right track. If Hector's right, you know you on the right track, and you're doing the right thing, and you're doing the Lord's work. Whichever God it is, if there is one, you doing that nigga's work. Keep going. That's that Carmen Sandiego. You ever play Carmen Sandiego where the little pokey thing goes across the screen and it's like, oh, I picked the right city because nobody knew geography back then. That's that. When you see that documentary and you go to that third episode, that'll be like, yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing here.
Hey, bro, you can't be doing all that. That nigga biting his lip right now. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know where to go from here. I tell you what. Should we keep going, y'all? I'm kind of like, I have cookies I want to make. Oh shit! It's 7:30. I have cookies I want to make. Man,
I was gonna drop after that. I just heard him say communism, and I came running. I was like, this dude is talking foolishness.
I said, what is a communist? He said, the first thing he said, somebody who doesn't want you to have any control over like things. And I'm just like, that's literally the opposite of communism. Communism is putting that control into everyone's hands. That's the complete fucking opposite of communism. Communism is more control, and your contribution to society being reflected in said control by not starving, by not being homeless, by not needing anything. These people don't know things. These people don't know things. Better yet, you guys are correct. Communism. That's what he was advocating for, which makes sense. It makes sense that he doesn't know what communism is, but apparently communism is a whole different sector of this shit. I guess I don't fucking know. Whew.
And look, what I said about the people staying at home, I was a little like halfway cooking that dude, but I mean that. Like, I have friends that are way more revolutionary than I am. They got the energy and the will to put in all the extra work. Then I got friends that are way less revolutionary than I am. They don't have. What I don't like is the everybody got to put in all the extra 150% shit. The thing I pledge to my people that are more than I am is I'm not going to get in your way. I'm not going to get in your way. So that's the only thing I ask from people who are less is don't get in the way. When the shit going down, do not get in the way. Also, don't ask questions because you sound like a Fed, but definitely don't get in the way.
Sir, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Guys, do me a favor. We're just gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna go ahead and message some people in the section and see if their goals are met. If not, we'll start to distribute out what we raised. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, big W's to you guys. This is exactly what the community is about. Hell, this is exactly what communism is about to some degree. So big W's to everyone who has donated so far. Do me a favor. Let's at least knock out these little finger hearts. Let's knock out the finger hearts. We just need 20 more of those. Let's get Jeff up some coins. Can we get Jeff to 1,000 coins? Can we get Jeff to 1,000 coins at least before we go? Also, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're not following me, hello, hi, my name is Hector Talks. I go live randomly throughout the week to talk about politics, and every Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. Typically, we're not doing this much shenanigans. I'm actually trying to have conversations, but Joe is a fucking moron, and I wasn't going to waste my time. Thank you guys so much. We're also dual streaming on the Tube side, so make sure you go over to there. Exact same username, Hector Talks with 2 R's, and subscribe. On your way out, hit that like button, hit that notification bell button. Let them know every time I'm live. Swan is live? Okay, perfect. We'll do a Swan raid. Let's see if we can get... Yeah, let's get Jeff to 1,000 coins. Thank you guys for knocking out the finger heart goal. Let's see if we can get Jeff to 1,000 coins. And... fuck it. See if we can get the goal to 600 at least. $28 more. See if y'all can get the goal to $600 more. And then we're just going to go ahead and raid. We're going to go ahead and raid Swan. Everybody who's in here with me right now for this foolishness, thank you so much. Out of all the places you could be, out of all the places you maybe should have been, you're here spending it with me. And I hope you now go on and spend it with your loved ones, your family, or even just your friends. That's okay too. I have family, but I don't care for them. So I'll be spending it here with myself. And I'm going to make some damn cookies. I found a recipe for ginger snaps. Again, this is going to go into something I'm going to try to make tomorrow. So I found a recipe for ginger snaps I want to try. 2 I may want to try. And I'm going to make the comparison. Because I love baking. I love cooking. I love baking. That's a fun thing for me. So I'm going to have fun in this kitchen in a second. And I got me some cardamom to put in it. So I'm going to throw some cardamom in there. And I'm going to do half maple syrup, half molasses. I want to see what taste that is. Bruh. Who is this?
Call from
Taro.
Oh. What up, Taro?
Howdy, Hector. Howdy, chat. Howdy, Jeff. How are y'all?
Oh, you know how we are. You've seen this whole shit show.
Oh, yeah.
Doing great.
I said I was going to, if I called in, I would do it later because I figured it would be a shit show and I wanted to at least leave you on some cheer and optimism and positivity. Happy holidays. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Jeff, I appreciate it whenever I hear your voice. And chat, I appreciate you being here. Y'all make modding and being a chatter and doing this job, and I imagine Hector would agree, his job, that y'all make it worth it too. So I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all have the best holidays and possible miracles and such. So I appreciate y'all.
6,000%. Taro is one of the trusted mods over on the Tube side. Y'all know I don't be looking at what's happening over there. I just go over there and I see people are muted and blocked. They keep the chat clean. They keep everything running. I greatly appreciate everything you do for this platform, Taro. And I hope you're having a fantastic Christmas Eve and go into Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever the fuck. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Take care.
Take care. W's, Taro, y'all. W's to Taro. We're gonna. Oh, y'all ain't shit. Give me a second. The fuck? The fuck is this?
call from
Communist.
to accept press.
Communist?
Yep, you wanted to speak to communist?
Get the fuck off the line, John.
You had to know it was me.
The fuck do you want, John?
No, I'm literally communist. You had to know it was me.
Oh, communist. Oh my God. Bruh. I saw that shit. I was like, y'all are quick with it. See, that's one of the most fun things about what we do is like the random burners that people make based off of stupid shit that happens in their lives is the greatest thing. I think of all time in our spaces, Athena has the best. Covey has the best ones.
I do it all the time in Swans.
Hands down, the best ones.
Fucking down, the best ones. I've never really had a lot from me specifically. I'm trying to think of the ones I've had. The ones I've had were literally MAGAs who were trying to troll me. Like Hector's stepdad. One day I told a personal story about my stepdad. The fucking asshole went and made an account. I don't think I've had many.
But
oh yes, I have.
just
the one of them was probably you, John. When everyone was doing the Easter Egg Island shit, and it was like Hector's like Easter sister or some shit. That's the only ones that I can recall.
I was one of them.
Yeah, I figured.
If I could say one thing though, while you're still on the air,
Mm-hmm.
Can we get you and Jeff to do a podcast, because tonight has been some of the funniest shit ever.
First off,
You two are like perfect together.
Jeff already has one, if I'm not mistaken. Jeff, would you like to give the people a shameless plug?
Yeah, sure. And actually, you're welcome to go on at any time. I'm going to start recording new episodes right after the holiday. I've got like a whole bunch of them lined up, but everything that is my content is based on 4 little words: end of a species. That's just based on the idea that it's a wrap for us. We tried. We had a okay run. Wasn't a good run. But at this point, I'm pretty convinced that it's over. We're on the downslide. We reached our peak probably like, I don't know, TRL. I don't know, whatever. We reached our peak at some point, maybe with VCRs. But now it's a wrap. And the reason is because people like Joe.
I can't disagree with that one. I really can't.
God bless you.
John's on the line. He can't even hear you. I forgot callers can't hear the guest on there. Anyway, I appreciate you, John. You have a happy Christmas Eve and Christmas well into the new year.
Yeah, you too. Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you. Communisp. That's fine, guys. Wait, what the fuck? Did I? What? Not me gifting myself. That was for Jeff. I was trying to gift Jeff, and I gifted myself. Jeff, don't go anywhere. Give me a second.
That's actually pretty dope, though.
The people.
God bless you.
The people have thrown enough on me. I'm gonna throw it on you. We gonna get you over 1,000 coins. I appreciate y'all. Fucking diabolical.
Yo, you're gonna get an angry Joe in your DMs later. Talk about why you throwing it on my man.
If he ain't there already, I think Joe's quick with it. You know what I mean? I think he's real quick with it. So, wait, the fuck? This whole thing is goddamn glitching. I need to get my backup in here too. Make sure y'all follow the backup. If you're not following Joe, make sure that you do so, guys. Fantastic creator, as you guys have seen. But when we're not sitting here making gay jokes, we actually provide some pretty valuable information. He's very informed. Love to see him cook with us on the panel in his own lives. He hosts those as well. So make sure that you give him a follow. On that note, we are going to wrap up here, and we're going to go ahead and give Swan a raid. So, Jeff, final thoughts for the people?
I appreciate y'all. And the last thing is, it is kind of sad, though, that we walked Joe to the point, like when all the jokes were away and we were just talking about the actual baby theory of everything. He walked to the point, and when faced with like, hey, wouldn't you rather not be made a fool of? The response is, that's just the way it is. Sad things, sad times.
I'm tired of that. I think there's a time and place for it. Obviously, we can't ignore reality, but I've said this before and I'll say it again, especially for members of the black community. If our ancestors thought the way some of us thought today, we would not have some of the few freedoms we do. I am so glad that we come from a lineage of people who decided that enough wasn't enough. And I think we have to continue to think that way if we're going to have any chance of surviving this shit, which we're all cooked. But make it a little bit easier at least, or helping the people around us. We have to keep that mentality. Another day, another live of not finding common ground with these people. It is what it is. It's kind of hard to find common ground with hatred and bigotry and ignorance. But we'll shoot for this at a later date. Obviously, no live tomorrow. I kind of thought about it, but no live tomorrow. But we may try again Friday. If not Friday, then Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. I'll see y'all then. Jeff, once again, thank you so much for coming up. I'll see you over in Swan's Live if you go in raid. I appreciate you. Thank you, bud. Alrighty, we are going to go over to Swan's side. We're going to give her a raid. Make sure when you guys will go over there, y'all know how this goes. Make sure, why are y'all in the request when I just said, hold on. She may not have meant to request. Declutter, what's up?
I didn't mean to, sorry.
Oh, good. I appreciate you. Alrighty. Fine, Shauna. Let's go over and give Daddy Swan some love. Oh my God, I didn't realize it dropped to 100 people. Go give Daddy Swan some love. This is her username. That's how you find her. That's her profile picture. When you go in there, make sure you say Hector Raid. Hector's self-gifting is crazy. When you go in there, say Hector Raid for one of two reasons. One, let her know the love and support is coming from me. And two, to stroke my ego. Merry Christmas from Australia. Thank you, Jay. Hector Raid, Daddy Swan, Hectua Raid. There you go. Hectua Raid over in Swan's Live. I will see y'all over there. Thank you so much. Happy, Merry Holidays. Hectua Raid. Those of you on the tube side, thank y'all so much for the show. That was a fucking mess. I will see y'all Friday or Saturday at 3 p.m. CST. On your way out, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on the notification bells. I greatly appreciate every last one of you.